Well, I'll keep the intro music on for now.
Intro music is... what music? How do you use intro music? I've never fucking gotten that down on my streams.
I run Streamlabs. Well, you can do it on OBS as well, but you just have to add it to your mixer or as a source, depending. Streamlabs, I have added it to the mixer as a sound source, but on OBS, you'd have to add it as a media source. My brother is a music creator, so he gives me a bunch of the stuff he's not releasing, like under his artist name to use. So.
Oh, that's cool. All right, well, I'm gonna have to fiddle with Streamlabs on that, and I've never really understood it, and now you just gave me a perfect explanation and jumping off point.
Yay!
Perfect time to open my other familiar sheet.
Yeah.
Nope, I really hate it whenever my mouse tries to keep moving fucking thing instead of actually opening it. Like, thank you.
Thank you.
NPC sheet. Let's open it here first.
Love you. Thank you. We started
Do
streaming.
you love her? I would hope so. Oh god.
We here today are gathered in court to put the defendant to see if he truly loves her. How do you plead?
Guilty?
Alright, he said it, not me. Court adjourned! I'm going to get justice talkers later, snitches!
Proven guilty for loving you?
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh god. This is the quality of ad-libbing you're going to get from me. I hope you're all afraid.
I absolutely love it. Hello, Basil Moons.
Yes! I have, like, one of the best things about streaming, I gotta say, which is why I always end up coming back to it, is I've gotten really good at just saying really funny random shit, just from talking constantly. I'm very proud of that.
I go better. I'm better when I have people to bounce off of. If it's just me, it turns into a quietness of just nothing.
I definitely had that same scenario for a while, but like because I just liked hanging out with people as I was as I was playing video games, I just eventually broke out of the habit. But oh my god, it took so many months. It took so long.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Oh, transference.
Ah, that's one of my boys, Transference. Hello.
Oh my god, amazing.
I love this.
Stuff plus 4.
Make some scary. The program doesn't want to work.
So I watched the chat because they're going to be talking to all of us, right? So.
In my from D&D streams that I've paid attention to, when we're actually in game, it is not obscene to not pay attention to chat, and my guys especially understand that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's kind of just sort of like a decently unspoken rule that during an actual session, D&D happening, chat kind of talks amongst themselves, and then when we take a break, which we may take a break depending on how people feel, that's when you go back to chat.
Okay. Well, Lizzie Bumble, I would love to get some stream quotes.
Oh, okay, so I will share those with you. One of my favorite things about my group of people who watch my stuff is that they love jotting down ridiculous things that are said on stream.
My Discord, well, one of the Discords I'm a part of called La Chat House, we're just a bunch of friends who play Final Fantasy, and there's one called Things Overheard in our Discord.
Yeah!
Where it's just stuff like that from each other's streams, or stuff we've just said in chat together. And some of them are just some extremely out of context stuff. Like... Of course, it's just random chatting right now. Roll persuasion.
Roll persuasion.
I think the cat's playing with something upstairs. Or the people are. Are the humans home yet?
Yeah, where are the humans?
Dead.
Sounds like the humans. It sounds heavy, unless the cat's gained weight.
I mean, it's possible,
Oh,
you know?
Living in Florida is like having a Looney Tunes cartoon in your own backyard every day of your life.
Yeah!
I've heard that.
It most definitely sounds like humans, so.
One that I said once, because I couldn't think of it at the time, and I say it quite a bit though, I must commit bukkake. Or Sudoku.
Oh, Sudoku I've heard. I've never... Alright, has All According to Keikaku ever shown up in yours?
No. No, that is not.
I actually learned where that comes from. Would you all like me to enlighten you?
I don't know.
I'm scared.
Same.
It's actually just more of an interesting trivia fact. I don't remember what anime it was. I have to look it up again. I think Ghost in the Shell. But the point is, an old fan translation of an anime turned it into basically All According to Keikaku. And in the upper part of the picture, the fan translation says Keikaku means plan.
Yep.
And it's like, why didn't you just write plan? And now everyone's just like, All According to Keikaku.
Thanks for the follow, Lizzie Bumble. Cheerleaders pooping isn't real, just like the chupacabra. Oh my god.
Don't you fucking dare. That little bastard is very much real. I should know. I am not a joke.
Sorry, I broke there for a moment.
Did
You
you?
broke me. That hurt me physically trying not to laugh at that.
Yes, I'm very happy about that.
Hello, Sir Salus. Salus? I think I'm reading that right.
Yes, it is Salus. What's up, Salus?
All you pretty boys look alike. How dare you be so gorgeous? It's true.
I mean,
All the pretty boys do look alike.
I like that he's complaining because in my my Monday campaign with him, he has like a mixture between Chuck Norris and Robert Downey Jr. So I don't know what he's complaining about.
Oh. Oh. Oh no.
What is
No.
happening?
I just imagine Chuck Norris mixed with Robert Downey Jr. is just like Iron Man, but instead of an Iron Man suit, it's fists. Just fists all over his body that he attacks with.
Under every plate of armor is just another fist.
This one's with my favorite Family Guy gags.
Oh yeah.
And now you've learned to thrust with your fists. I have many
This
questions
isn't awkward at all. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know
Right.
what would make the spiritual enlightenment type of gunpowder?
Just
Hi, I've arrived. Hello.
Oh god, hello.
quick, everyone scatter!
Oh shit! Boom! Everyone logged out.
Some of you took that too seriously, and I appreciate it.
I mean, I can't run very far just sitting beside.
Oh wait, I don't want. Be gone. Not today, Satan. Maybe next week when I actually have them fight demons. I mean, what?
Oh, well, you didn't use my
Last-
Gandalf picture.
Last time I fought demons in Dungeons and Dragons, they were succubi, or succubuses, and I got seduced by them. And then our monk sexied so hard that it seduced me back.
Yes, that's the shit. That is the kind of shit that makes D&D one of the best games to play.
Right? I love it.
Or I guess TTRPGs in general, but D&D is like the special kind of breed where if you've got a good DM, the best dumb shit happens.
Right. So I'm one of those DMs that does memes all the time, so I have a campaign that's from start to
Memes and
finish
only
was just memes and references.
This sounds like a fantastic.
It was simultaneously the best and the worst campaign I've ever been a
Are
part
you
of.
hold on? Are you saying it was the best of times? It was the worst of times?
One of my
Yeah.
players suplexed a bear, so
Yeah!
And a giant worm dragon by being shot out of a cannon.
That was that.
Oh my god.
I wanted to see where
yes.
that would go. I wanted to see how good of rolls he could get with that.
It
and
was
It
ridiculous.
was. I think he got what 320s in a row for that.
Oh my
But-
god, are we streaming the D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're live right now. Welcome.
Oh, this is
Wow.
news to me.
Well,
Good
they
job.
did
Look in
put it in
chat,
the chat
man.
earlier. To
Learn
be
to
fair.
Okay, well,
read, pleb.
I just got here, so
I mean, it's okay.
Redeemed under the power of Yahweh. Yeah. Yeah.
What? No.
Let's not and say we did.
let's not even say we did.
Yeah, I mean, true.
Or my favorite variant that I made up for myself. Let's not and say we didn't.
Yes, I do that too.
Lizzie
I
Bubble
did
says that's why we're talking to you, Miss whoever you are.
Miss whoever I am.
Amazing.
Actually, I can act. Some of you from my stuff know Luna. She most recently you guys know her as the artist for the Fire Emblem video cover.
I'm the one who does the art dues.
She does.
Wow.
So,
except Luna has standards and makes me pay more, so I only pay her for the bigger jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I have another artist who like actually is very happy with like the 50 to 75 I give her generally every week because she like doesn't want to get too overloaded with work and the product is always really good, but it's not as like detailed, which is I don't pay for the detail even if she could do it. But Luna's like, nah, bitch, you
Because that's a part of it.
say what?
Is she a hobbyist though? Because that's definitely a part of it.
That no, she. I don't know. It's hard to say with her not here because she has published 2 of her own books, so I don't know if you would consider that hobbyist. I mean, that could still be hobby.
That's pretty pro. I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends. But yeah, no.
No, it definitely
It's because this is my job, my full-time job.
100%, and
bills,
like,
my
and
friend.
that's. Yeah, and that's the thing, is the other artist, like, she's got, like, other work going on. If anything, doing my commissions is a hobby thing. That's how we should phrase it.
Yeah. There we go.
But I love all my artists, I respect all my artists, and I'm very happy anytime they're able to take my money and my patience to make some art.
I mean, I've commissioned Luna 3,000 times already, you know?
I owe Bree so much shit. Like, I'm semi-worried she's gonna show up on my doorstep with a baseball bat.
Do it.
Yeah,
I'll let you in.
Okay.
And then you'll hear from the driveway, "Hi, Luna!"
Yep, that's definitely
And then
what I would do.
the subsequent crash of her driving through into my front room.
Wow, you really have some strong feelings about me, don't you?
And obviously those strong feelings are that she really wants to see you. That so bad that she's
Mutual love and
more than
respect.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe-
I can hear that.
Like it's such a drastic need to want to hang out with you that she's okay, and actually is now offering you to crash through her little fucking house.
I'll even let you stay in the spare bedroom.
Unless I crash into it.
No, exactly. That's how you're gonna get into the spare bedroom.
That's the
Oh,
only
God.
way into the spare bedroom.
Oh, that's terrible, guys.
It's the red room situation.
Oh, God. I don't want... No one wants to be in the red room, let's be honest. No, thank you.
Are we talking the Red Room from
Yes. That red room.
Twin Peaks?
What?
What?
No.
Darn.
I've never seen
Twin Peaks.
What the fuck is Twin Peaks?
Everyone just know.
Of us. Oh, hi. Oh, okay.
I'll do attack for this snake.
Okay, so I can do that, and I can do... So my apologies, in the future I will be far better prepared for everything and not have to play catch-up. Today
Yeah.
has been...
So-
Wow.
I mean, we just got home like maybe 10 minutes ago, so
Yeah. They were talking about your cat gaining weight, and they're like, I'm pretty sure that's people.
I don't know. I still think it's a cat.
It's possible.
we should figure out. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see. I was gonna say we should put all of our icons on the stream thing so it's not just blackness, but this is better.
I was working on things and I didn't get them fixed, so
Yeah,
we're just going with my
I
street
didn't
mode.
have faith in
You know,
I apologize.
You gotta have faith in the process.
I would play the stream, but my net's already bad enough. I don't think I can play the stream and play Roll20.
That's all right.
fair.
I'm very thankful to be paying out my ass for decent internet so that I can watch the chat as we do this. Speaking of which, I actually need to open up.
I mean, I can watch the chat, I just can't watch the stream.
Praise be
That
to
is that's
Kakaku,
fair.
the master Kakaku.
Kikaku. Kikaku means blood.
Oh, Kikaku means blood. I like that way better. I like Lunit's translation way more. All right. I am making final adjustments to the Twitch chat for my sake. Hello, Dark Mode, my old friend.
I can actually get your naked eye.
You again.
All right.
Hang on.
With that, who is ready for some D&D?
Woo!
All right. Well, you know what? At least I got one person to get excited. You
I mean,
plebeians.
I'm excited. I'm just
Right.
trying to set shit up.
I'm going to turn off Grandolph, and I think we'll be good. Grandolph, can you drop me some sick beats? No, it was actually perfect. That actually helped me finalize his volume.
Wow.
Perfect.
There needed to be like a bass drop after that, though.
Dead mouse, eat your heart out.
Yep.
All right.
Epic sax guy. I love that guy.
Oh yeah, Dead Mouse is. I actually never got tired of Dead Mouse's music. Daft Punk is still good, but it's like, why did I say Daft Punk? I meant fucking Skrillex.
Know.
I can
love
never
Daft
get
Punk.
tired of Daft Punk. Daft Punk was like fuck my. I'm old enough to say Daft Punk was my childhood. Oh god, I'm old
Wow.
enough to say that Daft Punk was my childhood.
God, how old are you?
I didn't discover
Blah,
Daft Punk till I was a
blah.
man, so.
Yes,
I mean,
how old
I
are you?
also grew up on Daft Punk, so I mean,
Okay.
Josh is
Nah.
old.
I
He's
am
old.
I am
not
going to be
old.
27 in this coming spring.
Oh,
Oh, you're the
please.
same age as me. Fuck
age.
off.
I'm 25. Come on.
Guys, there are actual kids who say Bugs Bunny who? It makes me feel old, man!
Okay. You want to feel old? Think about this. Slightly bad topic, but there are kids who are graduating high school last year and this year that don't know a pre 9/11 world.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I remember watching that on TV and wondering why my mom was so sad.
Oh god, I was in kindergarten whenever we were like walking by and we saw teachers in the teachers' lounge, see everything happen on TV. That was fun.
This tastes like disappointment.
I got to go to
Hello,
school
Emrose
late
Media.
because of it.
Sad.
Well, it's different for us because we don't really live there, right?
No,
Well,
Yeah.
And at the
true.
time it was, oh hey, look, the towers are falling over, without thinking of what that meant. Or why.
And of course, it's also a lot easier to even talk about it because, from the sound of it, none of us lost anyone in the incident. So it's
Definitely.
like-
No.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now it's
We're all
been
Canadian, minus
Well-
you and Bree, so.
well,
Definitely
exactly. And like
not.
even me and Bree are like, well, we never lost anyone. And also it's almost been 20 years since then. So like it's also a tragedy that's just it's old enough now.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah.
On that somber note,
We should probably do some interruptions.
interruptions. I like that. Are you okay to go by your Z name on stream?
My name is Zach, and that's just
Okay.
what I shall forever be known as.
I just want to be sure. Well, Zach, since it's your stream and I'm just a horrible homeless intruder, I will let you take the lead.
Oh shit. I'm not good at stuff like this, you know. I'm still.
Do I have permission to take the reins then?
You have permission. It's your campaign.
You're the DM.
Hello,
the
ladies
DM.
and gentlemen, and welcome to the first of hopefully many, depending on how terrible I do tonight, of the far-flung Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I am joined by one person I know, other people I've gotten to know in a couple days, and I actually think they're quite lovely and very sarcastic, and I enjoy them. Let's start with, of course, Zachary, since he's technically hosting the stream. How are you,
hi.
Zach? What do you do?
Good. What do I do? Oh gosh, I sit at home
Well,
and
like,
be a bum.
Zach, remember that thing we had about plugging?
I
Do the
know.
plug.
I suck at it. I stream
plug.
mostly on this channel that you're currently watching this on.
Yes,
That's-
so
that's
just
what I do.
read that.
That's all I do. I stream. I stream every Monday,
I
Wednesday,
should
and
write you
Friday.
a script.
I should have a script, okay?
A teleprompter.
I honestly, I would love to write Zach a script, like a big comedy script, and we just completely rip off Critical Role. I'd be 100% down for that.
Amazing.
I've started to watch Critical Role. It's pretty fun. Except-
It's a lot of fun. It's just the campaigns are very long.
yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
I watched
I
like one episode
I
of
also
campaign
really,
through, and I'm just nah.
yeah. I really like
Um,
Harmon Craft though.
Yes.
Harmon
Craft.
Yo, when did
my
Minecraft start
brain's-
getting bitchin' DLC? I might pick it up again.
And then request. My brain went sound. It's like Quest Craft sounds right.
I mean, thankfully you didn't call it Harmon Quail.
Oh my god.
Is there anything else you want to plug, Zach, before we move down the line?
No.
Luna!
Oh, God.
It is I. Hello. I am Luna.
Is your DeviantArt page still Lunar Eden?
Yes it is. Yeah,
Totally.
I've got a DeviantArt. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Luna. I do art online. And yeah, my DeviantArt is Lunar Eden if you want to check me out.
She actually has really decent prices. I know I was making jokes earlier, but that's just because I'm
It's really good art.
If
Just
you
do
guys
it.
want to post links to your content or anything in the chat, feel free to do so, by the way.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be doing this often, we should get one of those like bot things that just plugs all of us.
I have a bot that does
Ooh.
that. I just need to program it, which I could do really quickly right now.
Do
That
it.
would be good.
I say, like,
Just
if
send
you
me
want to
links
do it
on
really
Discord
quickly.
for-
Oh, okay.
Everyone who wants me to plug something, send me a link on Discord, and I'll set up a timer for it every... I have them set for 10 and 15 minutes right now, so...
There's an idea. Oh God.
We're a professional stream. I'm kidding. It stopped being
Great
professional as soon as I.
What is professional
Well,
stream?
it's our first stream together, so
We'll feel it out.
And a
We'll have it
second, and a
eventually.
last second one at that. I think we're actually being very entertaining, to be honest.
I'd like to think so.
But yes, you can catch
Yeah.
Luna at Lunar Eden at deviantart.com. Her prices are very fair for the style and art that she does. I've been always very happy with what she has produced for me, so I think you can do the same. Let's talk about Grandolph, because he has the Grandolphian names.
Hi, I'm Grandolph. Luna's +1.
Hey!
Hun, you have a Twitch. Plug your Twitch.
I have a Twitch.
Oh, really? I mean, I know a guy you can see about that.
I don't know where to plug it.
There's no help for him.
Where do I plug it?
just put it in the Discord.
It's just a matter of time now. We're just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
It's fine.
There you go.
That icon. That's adorable.
I do love the icon. I actually keep forgetting to ask about like how you what is it and how did you come up with it?
We're trying to brand him, and
It's a work in
and
progress.
the huckleberry was all we could think of, but there aren't
You-
any huckleberries. There are just blueberries, so we
Oh.
use blueberries.
You say it's a work in progress, but I call it.
We literally typed blueberry into Discord and picked the first thing that looked appropriate.
And
I just love
it's-
its derpy little face.
And it works. It's perfect. Let's go over to Belsabeth.
Hi. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm talking through Zach's mic for the people on the stream.
No, I can hear you through Discord as well, so...
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I have it set up.
Okay, cool. So as long as everybody can hear me, I also do art stuff. but more pixel art, not really painterly or anything like that. I'm just gonna have Zach set that up, so I won't even bother.
What am I setting up? I got distracted.
You're plugging all of us. Just
Yes,
I'm
do it.
working on that.
What are you
Shush.
doing?
That is literally what I'm
That's
referring
Bree's
to.
link. That's not my
That
link.
was literally like the equivalent of a mechanic popping out from under the truck being like, "What you want?" It's like we're just talking about you working on the car. I'm working on it already. Get off my back.
I'm dragging the wrong screen. Let's drag that one.
And Bree.
Yeah, just Bree. Some people in here know me. Very few, because I frequent Luna streams. I'm Starburst Sorbet on DeviantArt, and I love D&D. I'm a nerd.
She also does cute art stuff.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
She does.
Comment.
It's cute.
Hold on, like, all right, if we're not gonna comment on your art, can I just applaud you for that masterful of a username, Starburst Sorbet? That's amazing.
Thank you. It took some time. It's just extremely long, but I like it.
I mean, it's better than my fucking name. I literally just stole it off of the Basil of Baker Street. Speaking of which...
Oh, the Great Mouse Detective!
Yes! Everyone
Yes.
pronounces my name wrong and think I was talking about the but I'm talking about the greatest detective to ever live next to Batman.
I've never seen it.
That's
Heresy! Anyway, I am Basil, not the Herb, formerly known as Basil the Silly Six Shooter. You can find me on Basil, not the Herb on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. I finally figured out what it is I want to do, which is Dungeons and Dragons, talking about tabletop RPGs, maybe occasionally talking about stories, and of course, playing video games and making compilations out of them, because I am actually very happy with how the last one came out. Very fun shit. You can catch me on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and now that apparently we're doing this, I'm hella excited. With that said, let us begin D&D. Faerun is a continent more commonly known within the realm known as the Forgotten Realm. Why is it forgotten? Well, most people have forgotten. But there's a theory that the land in its history was just erased and torn asunder by an event called the Spell Plague. Magic just erupting out of chaos and running amok, deserts becoming snow, snow becoming lava, and just all sorts of terrible things happening that you don't normally want to have happen. But somehow, mortals have this weird perseverance to just not die no matter how hard you try. Cough, cough, my Monday campaign.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
So, of course, they recovered. The lands recovered, the people recovered, culture reemerged, and the cities reforged. This is not the Faerun you're all walking into. The Faerun you're all going to get to know is 500 years after... Hold on, doing my math. I'm bad at math. Sorry, 200 years after the more recent Spell Plague, more known as the Cataclysm. While the first Spell Plague was just magic running amok and being uncontrollable and unavoidable, the Cataclysm was more of a poison. As if the earth itself was just seeping and excreting poisonous magic. 200 years ago, heroes, warriors, and citizens alike managed to finally eradicate the sickness, but once more, their history and their culture was gone. The only thing that kept Faerun alive was one individual, the Chronicler, and their Tome of Realm. That tome revealed onto the remaining peoples their past history, their past name, their past ways of living. So once again, Faerun has established itself. It's an odd mirror, like a funhouse mirror of how things used to be. There's many things that might be familiar to those who are familiar with the original lands, but there's also new faces, new names, new issues. And speaking of issues, we open up in the theater of the mind to all of you waking up in a dungeon cell. You don't know how you got there. You don't know why you're there. And peculiarly enough, none of you are shackled. Let's go ahead and make the first roll of the game tonight. I want everyone to open up their character sheets and click on the tab that says Initiative. And that is how we will decide on who is going to wake up.
I got a 1.
Good job, you did it.
First roll of the game. First one. Do I get a prize?
Yeah. Yes, you get to take a very long nap.
Perfect.
And actually, before we go too much further, I do want to ask Zach. I actually have a website where I regularly use music, for this kind of thing. Do you want me to link it into the chat as we go along, or is there a way that you can play the music as we go?
So the way I have it set up is how do you usually play it? Just
is a website. I'll actually link you the main website. It is called Tabletop Audio. I will put it in the music tab in chat. It has a cavalcade of free use and really well crafted music and background noises. And I've always been a huge fan of using it. It does not work very well with Discord bots, but I wondered if I send you guys the links, if you guys can play it on your end and then just adjust it appropriately.
Certainly.
All right. Then, the first person to wake up perfectly is Bliss, Luna's character. Luna, why don't you go ahead and give us a description of Bliss and tell us how she wakes up.
Okay, so Bliss is, I forget how tall I decided she was.
Good start.
She's 5'5".
Thank you, Bree, for knowing my characters better than I know them. So Bliss is a 5'5" albino tiefling, so she's very pale with a just friggin' Q-tip puff of like whitish hair, and very bright blue eyes, and yeah, she's an asshole.
Just casually throws that in there.
Well, it's important to her character, you know. She's a dick. She wakes up and she is going to take a look at the cell she is currently in.
The dungeon cell, calling it a cell was a little bit of a flub on my end. The better way to explain it is, do you remember how large like the dungeon was in the original Aladdin animated movie? Like just how like vast and vacant it seemed from her perspective.
Yeah.
Think very much that.
Okay.
It's not so much you're in a cell, it's just sort of there are just chains hanging on the wall and a very large, dark place to be in. And again, you are, oddly enough, not chained.
Okay.
So less kinky.
Less kinky. Okay, I see how it is. Is there anyone in my general vicinity?
Everyone else who's passed out.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a quick walk around this large, empty cell with which I am not chained kinkily to anything or anyone.
All right. Make a perception check for me. Go down to your skills and just click the word perception. God damn, with the big rolls already.
Oh, don't worry.
Must be nice.
It'll get worse. It never stays this good.
Being a tiefling, Bliss, you're able to see pretty far in the darkness of this dungeon. And the funny thing is, it just keeps going. It doesn't really end. You don't see any doors. You don't really even see that many chains. So even less kinky.
Wow.
But as it stands, the dungeon itself just seems vast, vacant, and a little forebodingly endless.
Huh. That's unfortunate. Give me a minute. What do you mean there are no results found? I should have put the contents of my thieves' tools in my thing, like Bree told me.
Yeah, you should have.
Thieves' tools is kind of just a generic term to allow you to, like, roll a dexterity or a sleight of hand more than anything.
Just assume you have stuff to steal stuff.
Would we assume I have something with which to draw things?
You have a burglar's pack. It wasn't your thieves' tools. It was your burglar's pack. Hang on. I can pull up a list for you.
Yeah, let me double check Burglar's Pack on my end, because I don't know that Burglar's Pack actually has it.
I don't know if it has something to draw with. No. But I can
Give her
send you.
anything.
I didn't think so.
Sadness.
Don't give her
No.
it. This
No
never
ink,
ends
no
well.
chalk, no nothing.
Can draw blood.
Ironically,
Marty.
so for future reference, there is like a background or skill set you can take called Cartographer. That's really the only way you're gonna have anything to like be able to draw things. / if you guys survive this, maybe you can buy some chalk off someone.
Sadness.
Or steal it, because you're a rogue.
Huh. Okay, well I'm gonna walk over to Candor and kick his leg.
You don't know who they are.
Yeah, I do. I know
Oh,
who
yeah, that's right, you
Candor
do.
is.
Yes, Bliss specifically knows Candor. Candor, I'm not gonna make you guys roll for this. Candor, where do you kick him?
His leg, like
Can't-
upper thigh.
Okay. It's not the
All right.
shit.
Yep, Candor, you feel a small yet fierce kick to your shin.
Oh, there it is.
Ugh. Bliss, I know it was fucking you. You always fucking do this shit. I'm just gonna sit up and look around in the darkness. What the fuck? What the fuck's going on?
I can't say. Do you remember getting caught? I don't remember getting caught.
No. We are notorious for not getting caught.
As you both say that, make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw, hey.
Alright. Candor, you're as she says that and you respond, you're kinda trying to think like, if we get caught, like how could we possibly? And it's just kinda being fuzzy. Bliss, when you start to really think about it, you realize you don't remember anything from the last 48 hours.
I ponder this for a moment. I go, do you remember getting blackout drunk? Because I also don't remember getting blackout drunk.
I'm gonna tap my chin. No. Definitely not.
Cool.
And at that point, the next person in that initiative wakes up, who technically should have been the first, but I'm blind. Zoila! You wake up.
Zoila?
now. I read the wrong.
Zoila.
Solid. How do you pronounce this name? Sorry.
Soyla!
Zoila.
Sola.
Like a latte, but purple.
Sola. Sorry, the Y confused me. Sola, you wake up.
Latte.
You wake up, and do you have dark vision?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Rather easily, you see these two people talking with one another, pondering something as you sort of slowly kind of wake up from your very long nap.
I am going to stay very, very still.
Oh no.
All right. This is how we're gonna do this. Sola, I want you to roll a stealth check, and I want both Candor and Bliss to roll another perception check.
Do I just click stealth?
Yes, you just click the stealth.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Coming.
All right. Yeah. Because you two are so busy pondering your current predicament, you don't notice the young girl just sort of laid out prone on the ground, holding her breath, possibly internally going, fuck, 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 fuck.
I doubt it. Look at her cute face. She's evil. You know it. Dark things lurk behind those eyes.
Spoilers. So yes, Sola, they have not noticed you, and it seems like you are pretty well stealthed before them. Do you do anything else?
Well, I'm going to try to figure out how the heck I got here.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
How does that happen?
Oh, saving throws should be just above skills, and there should be one that is just clearly labeled wisdom.
There you go.
All right. Similarly to Bliss, you know that you just do not remember, and and something tells you in your head that you've been not remembering for a few days, but you cannot fathom what happened.
Well, that is unfortunate. I'm going to sit in silence and eavesdrop.
All right.
I also realized we did not describe our characters, the last two of us.
Oh. To be fair, you guys have pictures. You
I
guys
know.
well, let's do that really quick. Candor, please give a description.
Draconic tiefling that has like patches of black scales, looks grumpy all the time, has like gray green eyes and really long like mousy brown hair, and he's also like just an asshole. And he's like 6 foot tall.
We just a pair of assholes.
Yeah.
There's little ass and then there's big ass.
Okay, Sola.
Sola, describe your character for us.
Well, I am an adorable 4'9", half drow, half Aasimar. Aasimar? I don't know. I have wings.
It's actually a debate how it's pronounced. You're good either way.
Yeah, I look fairly drow-ish, other than I'm kind of towards the lighter spectrum of it, kind of like a medium purplish blue color rather than like a darker color. And I have wings. And I'm adorable. I don't know if I mentioned that. I did, but that's okay.
Nope. Nothing evil
Definitely
behind
not
these
evil.
eyes.
Absolutely not. Anything you hear about that is just pure slander.
Yep.
Alright, Candor and Bliss, do you do or say anything else before we go down the line for?
I'm gonna get up and look for my familiars.
Alright. I am not as experienced when it comes to familiars. Are they things that you can summon, or they have to sort of just normally travel to?
You know, that's a good question. I've got to look at the Sentinel Raven.
Oh god.
This can't help it, it's a wall of text.
I would say the Raven is very very likely able to just sort of be summoned. I just don't know about your other familiar.
It's part of a spell, but I think the spell takes like an hour to cast.
Okay, so this is actually very similar to the other campaigns I've listened to. All right, so you notice very quickly, without having to roll anything, that your familiars are not around you, so you know probably exactly what you have to do.
I'm just gonna... I don't think I have an hour. Well, I will call my Raven back and have him perch on my shoulder. Well, I suppose we should look around, at least.
I tried that. It goes on for a ways. And then I turn to the rest of the people laying on the ground and put my hands on my hips and go, you know any of these losers?
I also want to add, Sola, as you are kind of trying to eavesdrop, you kind of hear like a very loud, echoing fluttering of wings, until if you kind of peek your head up a little just to look at them, you sort of just see a crow sort of like explode out of the darkness onto this man's shoulder.
Well, that's new.
Is that an internal thought?
Yes.
Just screams it aloud.
just like so surprised. All right. In the next order. Let me go back to where
It's
that.
definitely not me.
Yeah, actually, good. Thank you for reminding me. Vortun or Vortin? How do you pronounce that?
I don't know. I just grabbed it from a book.
You should probably know.
I think it's Fortun. Or Vortun.
All right, Vortun.
Vortun.
It's like
yeah.
torment.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and describe your character as you start to wake up.
Well, he's a 6'5" bronze-colored dragon, wearing some chainmail, and with a shield and sword. Do we have our weapons?
You do have your weapons.
Okay, yeah, he has shield and sword. I don't know what else to say about him. He's dragonborn, so.
What
that's-
color are his eyes?
That's kind of racist.
I'm just an orange dragonborn.
Bronze dragonborn, just the usual. He has
Yeah.
eyes. Oh gosh, I know I wrote
He
that
has
down.
eyes?
He has eyes. They're brown eyes.
Eyes are important for like
Yeah.
seeing things and stuff.
To give you a hand, I guess what I would want to ask is, does your body have any specific features like scars or any sort of like known battle markings / the same thing with your armor,
None.
any symbols or battle?
None that they can see.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I thought Candor was going to be the mysterious heartthrob, but it was the Dragonborn all along.
And he has no hair whatsoever.
Ooh, even better.
This is a scaly,
Yeah, we go for that
Bronze.
Saitama sex appeal.
bronze,
Just how I like
scaly
it,
boy.
glistening and bald. Yeah.
Insert the SpongeBob movie. Bald! Bald!
Yes.
Bald! My eyes! And you... I guess the question then comes to... As a big beef dragonborn with a lot of armor, like, do you even attempt to try to, like, hide that you're awake?
No, there's no point.
Alright.
Just,
Fortune,
I just
you
get-
stir awake, and if I'm not mistaken, Dragonborn also have dark vision.
They don't.
No, dragonborns lack the ability to see in the dark.
with disadvantage.
Perception. Perception.
We'll roll it again.
Yep, roll it again, see if you get worse.
Oh no.
On your character sheet, there should be a little toggle that like allows you to like click
Oh,
disadvantage and then
there.
roll.
Yep.
That's
Let's try
okay.
this again.
No, look, keep the rules you got. They're fine.
Okay.
Remember that for next time. No cheating now.
They're fine. This is fine. Everything is fine.
Well, it's not so fine for Vortun because he can't see shit.
Ah.
You see very blurry outlines of the two people standing in front of you. You have no idea, like, their size, anything about them. You just know there are two people in front of you.
Can I assume that they are my retainers?
If you want to assume that.
I assume.
There is a danger of assuming, but you know what? None of y'all fucking remember the past 48 hours, so be my guest.
Oh, grumbling. What? Grumbling. I go, that was one hell of a bender. And reach out and go, hand me some water.
High key, I thought you were gonna say more wine.
Somewhat responsible dragonborn, come on.
I would like to hand him a flask of oil.
Roll perception to see if you can find one.
And she has one.
I have one.
Even better. All right. All right, this is how we're gonna do this. I want you to roll a sleight of hand.
Ooh.
You know what? With advantage because he can't see what you're doing. You, with very wordlessly Bliss, you sort of just walk over and just place the oil in his hand and kind of close the hand around the bottle and then quickly pull your hand away. Vortun, you believe you've been handed a bottle of water.
I
It's a
take
weird bottle.
Take a swig of it.
Roll a Constitution saving throw. I already
It's good
love.
for a dragon to drink oil.
Constitution save.
Yep.
Is he just gonna explode?
I was very tempted not to say that. No, with a 15, as the oil splashes on your tongue, you suddenly have that moment of, and then he's new. He fucked up. And you just begin spitting the oil out.
Yep.
Bliss just starts laughing hysterically.
I stand up fully. Who's there? Who is that?
Yeah, calm down, tall man. She's always like this.
Who are you people? Where are my retainers?
Did anyone else just picture Bliss like doing that like twirly hand evil scientist laugh?
And that's her. In a nutshell.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Volton, before I interrupted you, you were asking them if they were your retainers. Or
Yep.
asking where your retainers were.
Yep.
I just shrug, which you probably can't see for shit, but you know.
Nope. Can't see shit. This is darkness and someone's laughing at me.
Yeah, Bliss is still
Yeah.
snickering.
You unfortunately don't see the shrug, so you're just answered with silence.
Well, is anyone going to answer me? What did you do with my retainers?
And at that point, we'll finally allow Grandolph the Sleepy to finally wake the fuck up.
Aw, with a little more time, I was about ready to raid his corpse.
Whoa!
My corpse alone.
You just hear him say, "But I'm not a corpse." Luna slowly pulls out a dagger. Not.
You're about to be one.
Sadness.
That could be easily remedied.
Grandolph, do you have dark vision as a? All right. You are a high elf. Go ahead with your description, good sir.
Oh yeah, you're a fancy boy.
I am the fanciest boy high elf. I'm 5'10". I got violet eyes, pale skin, medium length silver hair,
Sexy.
and yeah. I think
Is it
I'm
silver because you're old?
Yes. Just jealous.
Grandolph the old.
Not that old. I'm only 265.
I thought you were 259. You even know how old you are.
I changed it.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm a wizardy do.
All right. Well, Grandolph, wizardy do. It's time to do that wizardy do that he do.
Exactly.
Grandolph, with your night vision, you're able to see two tieflings, one dragonborn, one tiny drow girl, question mark, raise eyebrow, because elves and drow don't usually get along. And you are just sort of here in a dungeon.
What does it look like they're wearing, like the drow?
The drow is wearing what?
I'm wearing fairly fancy clothes.
What about the others? The
Uh,
tieflings.
I haven't
Does that
decided
mean your character's naked? I don't like how you laugh.
Wow.
I haven't designed her proper outfit yet. She's got high-waisted dark pants and no shoes because she's got little dragony toes and like a what do you even call that? It's like a tank top but also like long turtlenecky. Is there a word for that?
I think it could just be called like a basic like cloth top with a turtleneck and
Yeah.
sleeveless.
Nothing fancy, lots of black and gray.
What
It
about
clashes
Pandor?
with my white ass skin.
Yeah.
It's the only way so they don't lose you in the snow.
I have a couple of like blue crystal earrings, a similar tank top with like not quite a turtleneck, but it's got a little bit of a neck with a crystal in it, and it's just really simple clothes. Like there's nothing that stands out except maybe the crystal on the shirt and the earrings.
All right. And then I think we agree that Vorton is just kind of wearing very generic like heavy armor, like chainmail.
Yeah, chainmail.
Solid.
Yeah, just generic chainmail. Only, though, Dragonborn and Hot Topic clips. Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh no.
A Naruto T-shirt and a
Cons-
Fortnite hat and what are
not
those
fit-
big pants?
The basic
With the
Area
chain.
51 raider.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, it's not a phase, Bahamut. We're gonna raid Area 51.
He does have a necklace though. The sigil for Bahamut. I don't know what the sigil is, but
I can look it up and give you a description. While
What's a Bahamut?
It's a
the
god.
dragon god of good, more
It is
or less.
a god. I'll explain more into detail if certain roles and criteria are met. But yes, it's basically a dragon god.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Otherwise, we'll let you guys continue with that. Grandolph, what do you say or do now that you were awake?
I stand up, let out a big stretch.
Big cat nap stretch.
Oh, you know it. I'm gonna walk over to the tiefling.
Tiefling.
Yeah, sure. Tiefling. And I'm gonna say, what the hell? Where are we? Why are we here?
Wouldn't you like to know?
That's why I asked.
I'm gonna like just smack Bliss's like arm. It's like we don't know. She's like that. He'll get used to it.
Alrighty then. What
Before
about
we-
the other one laying on the ground?
All right, you're gonna go ahead and check up on the drow. Now here's the question I am going to ask you, Grandolph. Historically, in the basic rules and lore of D&D,
Yep.
elves and drow famously do not get along.
And that's what
How does Grandolph?
Zola is.
Yeah, how does Grandolph handle this?
Don't look at me.
I
I'm
guess
not
I'm-
helping you.
I guess I'm gonna be a dick. Eh? I'm gonna go over to her.
Well,
kick
do
her,
you
be
want
like,
me to give
"Get
you
up,
more of
peasant
like?
Kick her?
Hold
Get
on,
up,
hold
peasant
on.
girl."
Do you
just
want me?
kick the kid.
Do you want me to give
There's
you
a
like
child laying on the ground.
Do you want me to give you more of like a
Child, she
detailed
says.
understanding of why elves
Yes,
and drow?
please.
All right, easy. Elves are hoity-toity dickheads, but they're
Yep.
generally still good for society. Drow are spider worshippers and slavers.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Drow are not generally good people. While history has proven that obviously, like any other being, a singular drow or a group of drow can break off from their culture and become something greater, but they worship as a culture an evil spider god.
Filthy drows.
I would like to point out I do have like 2 fucking wings sprouting out of my back though, so I don't 100% look like a normal drow.
Flying spiders.
Uh-oh.
Quick, kill her! Kill her before I have to make that a character!
Oh lord.
So yes, you see this drow child, but you also notice the wings. If you want, make a religion check.
A religion check. That's new.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also going to message you really quick. L?
Wrong button.
Please don't.
My religion is not strong.
Alright, with that 10, and depending on Belle's answer in Discord, I will be able to give you an answer. Okay. Oh, I can work with this so well.
Uh-oh.
With the wings, Grandolph, you do understand that this drow is obviously very special. While you have, being an elf, you have an understanding of the higher beings and their influence on mortals. Generally, bird-like, are they bird-like wings?
Yes.
bird-like wings implies something more benevolent, if not neutral. So, she's a drow, but she is the chosen of something good or doesn't really matter. So you can continue as you please from there.
Should someone wake her up? Or are we just going to leave her there?
Is she breathing?
I mean, I was never good at babysitting, so
I'm gonna go over and poke her with my foot.
Alright. Sola, if you want to continue to feign being asleep, I want you to roll a performance check. And Grandolph, you will roll a insight check.
I will just deadass stand right up.
You,
Oh, okay.
the small child just shoots up.
I'm gonna jump back. Like, oh, it's alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sola, you're standing in a room mostly full of adults, except for the small tiefling who might be more like a teenager. You don't really know. Yeah. They're all older than you, and that might upset you.
For me?
As a child.
I am not a child, I will have you know that.
So you see these strange people, and you don't know where you are. How do you handle that?
I mean, I've been awake all this time. I'm not saying that, obviously, but... Hello. Greetings, fellows.
Bliss just raises an eyebrow and turns to Candor like, "What's with the kid?"
Magnus Burnside is his rolling in his grave and laughter. Thank you for that.
I'm gonna look back at Bliss. Do you think that she hit her head? Like, who talks like that?
I do.
Pleasure, truly. Turn back
Thank
to
you.
Bliss. She's crazy.
I don't disagree with you. Should we put it down?
She's not yet. She's a girl. Damn.
Don't assume her pronouns, jeez!
There'll be no
Yeah.
murdering of children while I'm here.
Don't
Hello, and
assume that
welcome
she's
to-
inanimate.
Well, welcome to the Far Flung campaign, where we're totally okay with child murder, but the second you misgender someone,
Exactly.
I want, we're gonna have Grandolph and Vorton go ahead and also make wisdom saving throws. Oh, because I kind of want to see if maybe one of you will beat this really stupidly. Nope.
2 people like high wisdom.
Yeah, just like everyone else, you try to think of how you got here, and it's just darkness and static. Maybe a little Bugs Bunny doing the cha-cha.
I start feeling around for a door. I'm blind. I can't see.
The blind dragonborn begins, and the rest of you who have dark vision notice the blind dragonborn desperately trying to find a door or like just touching the walls going down.
Is
So
there
literally
anything,
everybody else.
Is there anything on the ground that he could possibly trip over that I could put in his way?
Let's.
The tripping of overness.
Well, you know what, Luna? Let's go ahead and do the first of many DM rolls when he can't decide. No, there's really just mostly small pebbles. In fact, this entire dungeon floor is pretty clean.
Disappointment.
Like, no
And
major
he's how
rubble.
big? You're how big?
6'5".
Yeah, I can't trip that with my foot.
I crush you.
I mean, not with that attitude.
A sweet tiny lady like me can only do so much.
As the Dragonborn continues to sort of blindly go down the corridor, do you all want to say or do anything else?
I would like to send my raven just flying around as far as it can go to get, like, a layout of the area.
Can the raven see in the dark?
That's a good question. It
That's
gives
very-
me dark vision. I need to scroll back up. It gives me dark vision, even though I already have it. But I'm like, I can see through the raven's eyes and hear what it hears while it is within 100 feet of it. So, does it?
But just
No, it
but-
doesn't have dark vision.
no, if you're seeing through the raven's eyes, yeah, unfortunately, using your maybe if you had your cat, this would be different.
I
You
mean, it
know,
would be really
yeah.
funny to watch your raven jump off your shoulder and immediately go into a
Fly
wall.
into a wall.
Go, my pet.
Well, I'm gonna watch the Dragonborn struggle for a while, and then I'm gonna get to looking for a door or some way out, a window, a hole in the ceiling, something.
Speaking of the ceiling, how high is the ceiling here?
You don't see it.
Ah,
Cool.
Don't feel bad. I don't see it either.
I already love this group. This is fantastic. So, is it safe to say that you sort of all silently begin walking down the corridor, giving each other the stink eye while you try to escape?
I would if
Oh.
I could.
I'll kind of push the dragon in the general direction we're going.
All right. A part of me is just kind of wanting to make the Dragonborn blind so we can have a tough moment every campaign.
Amazing.
While everybody's kind of figuring their shit out, I'm gonna go up and fly to see how high this roof goes. But carefully.
All right.
You're gonna be the raven.
Yeah.
You will be the Raven.
you won't see the roof until you're hitting the roof, and then we'll just
That's why I said
we'll hear
slowly.
that, we'll hear that, and then the sound of you falling for a while.
This is why I love TTRPGs, guys, because you start doing things I don't expect, so I have to make more rolls. Oh, delicious. All right. You begin to fly, and we'll say you're probably going half your movement speed because you're trying to be careful.
Mhm.
The more you begin to fly up, you start to feel very warm. Like, the higher you go, the hotter it physically gets. It's not uncomfortable just yet, but as you keep climbing, it does get hotter and hotter.
Oop, sorry.
No, you're fine. I would say, with this knowledge, how far would Sola go with just the discomfort alone?
She'd push past discomfort for sure.
All right. You continue flying up. Another 15 feet. And then you're 30 feet up. 45 feet up. It's starting to get really high up. And it is actually getting hard to breathe.
Okay.
But you do start to see a light. It's kind of hard to make out, but it seems like a red ember of like a torch.
Hmm.
Go to the light.
Don't go to the light.
I'm going to kind of fly horizontally until I find a wall and see if there's any sort of markings, if it seems to be like a man-made structure or if it's like a cavern or what it is.
All right, as you begin to fly horizontally at the height that you're in, I want you to make a Constitution saving throw. And I have to... There we go. Okay.
Wow.
Even with the discomfort, you sort of just start to take slower, deeper breaths. You sort of pace yourself, and you begin to really fly forward. In the meantime, what is everybody else doing as this little girl literally just shot up into the air and began flying?
Do I notice her fly up into the
I will say,
Hopefully.
Vorton, Vorton, you don't need to make a perception check to notice. You just heard really large "fuck you" wings flap and something push some air behind you.
That was Grandolph, I think.
What-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh, my
accept
bad.
you answering the question I didn't ask.
Well, it helps. No, I want to say that, like, you guys are pretty, at least within a close enough proximity of one another that everyone notices.
I'm gonna watch and see what happens.
You
Out of
lose sight of her
curiosity.
after about 30 feet up.
Okay, I stopped carrying and carrying on my way.
All right, I guess everyone continues to move forward.
Yeah.
Just being-
While we're moving forward, I'm going to be trying to ritually cast Find Familiar.
All
So
right.
I'm not going to be talking to anybody for a while.
All right, you're sort of just making whatever hand gestures you need, working with your copper wire, kind of twisting it around in different formations, kind of muttering to yourself. If anyone who is magically inclined would like to, you can make an Arcana check if you're interested. Otherwise, you just ignore them.
For what? Sorry?
If it, anyone who's
You're too far away.
you're too far away for this.
Fair.
Wow.
Not the most magically inclined, but I can try.
I am very magically inclined and I failed horribly.
I have rude spells. That's about it.
I mean, technically I have Find Familiar.
Vorton, you can't see this. You just kind of hear muttering, so you're just kind of like unnerved, if anything. Grandolph, it takes you a second, but I mean, you're familiar with spells like this. You've got a pretty good idea they're summoning something minor, but it escapes you. Bliss, you've been around Kandor long enough. He's summoning his fucking cat.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Jesus.
All right, you guys continue walking down the path, presumably silently, or are any of you going to interact with one another? Which is fine if you don't. I'm just opening the floor.
I'm not gonna make a point of talking to anyone. I'm just gonna look for a way out.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that, all right. Yeah, I was waiting because do I assume she picks everyone? You all continue, and not much happens. It's just a very long corridor. The rest of you do begin to kind of hear like echoing in the background as you get closer, like further up. It's too distant to really make out. But you know that you kind of hear voices.
Cool.
Going back to Sola, you continued flying. You've got a bit of a lead on the rest of the group. I want you to make a perception check.
Okay.
Ah, very nice. As you continued sort of like just gliding at this point, not exerting too much more effort, you begin to hear the echoes and you kind of close your eyes to listen, and there's no mistaking it. Someone, or rather a handful of people, are in an excruciating.
Oh.
Excruciating? That's all I heard of that.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm gonna assume it's pain.
Yeah, no, pain is
Excruciating joy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it joy? Are they...
well,
Sad.
Excruciating
excruciating constipation, which is the same thing.
Ooh.
Ow.
Oh,
Whoa.
Did everyone else just like clench their butt cheeks at that?
Just a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
So, Sola, you most definitely hear just the echoes of pain and agony.
And I can't necessarily pinpoint it at this point, eh?
No, but you are the first one to actively make out that something's going on.
Okay.
I want to ask, do you continue at the height that you were flying?
I'm going to lower myself a little bit, but I'm still gonna keep, at least, like, a little above 30 feet.
Okay. I want you to make a perception check. Well, another one.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't
Alright.
see whatever it is.
You don't. As you start to kind of float down, you don't really notice this at first, but you suddenly feel like a tug on the back of your shirt. And as you turn to see what's there, you don't see anything. Maybe it was just a nail in the wall. Probably nothing to worry about. Which is something you should never believe the dungeon master when he says that.
or the you don't see anything or you don't notice anything.
Yeah,
That's always
honest.
concerning.
You begin floating down, which means the air is a lot easier to breathe, and you no longer have to make con saves. You continue forward, and at this point, I would say the rest of the group is trailing behind you at their own pace. The rest of you begin to hear those echoes of pain.
I turn to Candor and I go, sounds like some of Boss's meetings, hey?
I smile and lift a hand, but I do not, stop casting my spell.
Torture is funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I was totally laughing at the torture. Yeah, okay.
Hearing the sounds of the torture, I start to move quickly in the direction that I think it's coming from.
Yeah! You begin rushing forward. Kind of, the hall at this point has been just basically a straight line, so you kind of give hope that it's just going to stay that way as you start rushing forward to try and get closer to the echoes.
Yep.
The rest of you see this happen. And again, that was Randolph talking or Vorten?
Vorten.
Vorten.
Okay, I thought it was Vorten. I was like, I don't know, I might get this wrong. Yeah, you see the Dragonborn rush forward after hearing those echoes.
I'll speed up my pace a little bit, but not too much. Kind of keep my eye on where he's going.
How long have we been walking?
You've all been walking for close to an hour.
Oh, soon. Soon my cat will be here.
Yes, you have been very diligent. All right. As you guys, some of you keep pace, some of you just continue to stroll on at your own pace. Eventually, both Sola and Vorten, you both begin to see this. For Sola, you see the same sort of embery light coming from a distance as you continue flying forward. And for the first time, Vorten, you see light!
Yes!
Glorious
I
light!
can see!
I can fight! I'm sorry, I was never gonna get another chance at that.
Fairly Odd
true.
Parents references for the win.
Yep.
So, by this point, Vorton and Sola, you both arrive at the end of this ever-moving tunnel at the same time.
Mhm.
And when you do, you all end up here.
Oh, I gotta move my character sheet.
Yeah, please go ahead and drag your characters back onto the map by just holding on to your character sheets and dragging them on board.
Are we at the top or the bottom or the side?
You're about here on the side here. Hold on, I
Wait,
have the wrong.
what?
There it is.
See, you didn't link our icons, so now I have to go and redo all of them.
How
Oh, that is true. I did not do that
I
entirely.
don't
That
know
was
how
my
to drag
fault.
my thing.
Okay, go to the journal tab.
Oh no,
Click on
I
your
know how to
character-
do it. I just
No,
fucking...
Them.
Oh, okay.
Click on your character sheet and drag it onto the screen.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
I see.
Yeah.
oh, this is gonna be confusing with
Boop.
what?
us looking the same.
I need to change.
I'll
How
fix
do I
it.
change my character
Here, hold on.
picture?
I can add something to that. So we'll give. All right. Who is this guy?
That's me.
All right, that
Gandalf.
is Elf Boy. We're gonna give you a. We're gonna give you a net because you're a real catch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ew.
And then for our Dragonborn
how you
boy,
doing?
we're gonna give you a lightning bolt because you're a bronze Dragonborn.
Yay!
Special boy.
I was gonna say, if you give me a second, I'll have names for everyone. I just gotta do it sheet by sheet.
Yeah.
How do you change your icon in this, or is that something you guys do?
Yes, you
Your
can do that.
your bio and info. If you hit edit on the top, you can put one in there.
Yeah, like click to upload, and then you can just upload a picture of your choice.
Cool.
All right. While you guys fiddle with that, and as we continue on, so yes, Sola and Vorton, you both arrive at the end of the tunnel first. To more tunnels, but now you can actually see. And as promised, it is nothing but light. Also, I think somebody like tried to put like a Viking character, and like they kind of lost it.
That would be mine. How did he get over there?
I don't know. Like he just kind of landed over. I mean, I can spawn you there if you really want. I mean,
In the
just wanted-
wall.
I didn't put him there, but I would like to be moved, please. Thank you.
there, you're good. I like that. He's a dragonborn with the fucking dragonborn.
That's the point.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
And a fuss rode down my way through this place.
I mean, you are drag. Oh my god, that joke works too well. You're dragonborn. That does work in every context.
Yep.
Yes, so you all managed to get to the end of the tunnels. The rest of you kind of catch up shortly after. I will say that Sola and Volton, you both sort of see each other as you get out of the tunnels into this new hallway.
How tall is this hallway?
Unlike before, the hall actually does have a proper like top to it. I would say from where you're flying, you're about like 20 feet off the ground. It goes up another 15 feet.
Is there anything of particular note on the roof at all?
It seems.
Like, was there an entrance before we entered this area? Like any sort of marker at all?
Right, like some kind of like structural shortcut. Make a perception check for me.
Oh my god.
Perception?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Nothing about the ceiling looks too promising. It actually looks very well built, very well constructed. Nothing has seemed to decay, so there's nothing that you could possibly sing.
Okay.
With that, do you and Vorton share any words as you sort of both exit the entrance?
Well, does he even see me? I'm above his freaking head.
That's a good question. Vorton, do you want to roll perception to see if you see the small drow angel girl?
Sure.
You hear the flapping of the wings and you look up.
Look up.
How dare you look up a lady's skirt like that?
Ah.
I quickly look down.
Does he just have like a darker bronze, like a dark brown blushing hue?
Just a slight blush and say a quick
You
purr,
really should,
purr to
'cause
bottom
as
of it.
far as we know, she's a child, so...
You hear as Bliss sees this whole thing happen walking down the hallway, because I thought that would be funny. I'm letting it happen.
Oh no.
The rest of you have caught up, and you see the very large, sort of, actually structured hall in front of you.
Cool.
And yes, what Kandor was saying is that you would have... I'm going to say... Because I dropped the ball on that, and since Grandolph had already recognized that Kandor was summoning the familiar, do you want to have also been working on that as you were moving, Grandolph, or just say fuck it, you'll summon the snake later?
I don't need the snake right now, so I'll just get rid of it.
Yeah. So you all enter this hallway. It's very well lit. It's kind of got like this much darker reddish hue. I'll get that picture. Boop.
No, I was changing his stat.
So you all enter this hallway. What do the rest of you think, say, or do?
I see that Candor has summoned his cat, and I immediately smother it with love.
Candor, does the cat like it when Bliss smothers them with love?
I'd say it's about like a 50-50 chance.
All right.
Depends on the cat's mood.
Natural rolling the d20. Let's find out.
Who is rolling the d20?
That would be me.
Oh.
They said 50-50. I'm just rolling it. They don't fight you, but they kind of dead weight in your arms.
They have no choice.
So yes, you have both your familiars with you now, Candor.
Yay!
You feel a little more whole. Are you a little more alive now?
Yes. Well, the raven's just sitting on my shoulder, like permanently glued there. You know, now that the cat's here.
It's desperately trying to escape, but like it just keeps pulling on your clothing as it tries to fly away.
Yeah. Just stay there.
I will let you guys do and say as you please and start to explore.
Okay.
It's dungeon seeking.
Which direction did we come from?
You guys, let me move
This hole.
icon.
Okay.
Yes, this hole over here.
Thank you for that.
For some reason, my character's name's not popping.
Can I stop and listen to see if I can hear more screaming?
Yes, you can. Everyone can if they want.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So that'd be perception, or
Yes, that would be perception. Sight and sound is generally perception. Okay. Vorton, you sort of like try to listen in, see if there's anything coming down from the hallways. Dead silent.
I see. Well, I look at the rest of the group and go, do you guys hear anything? Do you know where that screaming came from?
I very helpfully go, nope, and I drop the cat, and I walk over to this doorway and peek around the corner here.
All right. You notice as you go to there, Bliss, the door is pretty much just destroyed off its hinges. Like, there's not even really a door there, just the remains of one.
Awesome. What is past the broken door?
See this.
Is there
An empty hall with... Well, let's first have you make a... Let me ask this. Would Bliss be physically or mentally ill if they saw something disturbing?
Probably not. To both?
Okay, you see a handful of different people ripped apart in that hallway.
Okay, cool. I stand at the door for a minute, and I put my hands on my hips, and I nod, and I go, yeah, and then I walk back into this hallway and go, I found your people. They seem fine.
They're napping.
They're napping.
After spilling Kool-Aid all over themselves.
They drank the Kool-Aid, and everything is fine now.
Oh no! Wait, I take back what I said! It's worse. So, yeah, Vorton, you're told that everything's fine. It's fine. You can roll a... you can roll an insight check to see if she's lying. And anyone else who wants to.
I feel like I know her well enough that I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I can hear but don't care.
Should I roll a deception, or...?
Let's see if Vorton even wants to try and, like, beat you with a insight check.
What am I inciting on? Okay.
She said the people are fine.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
they're
didn't think
not.
I was that close to hear that.
So
but
she
okay.
echoed it to you specifically. Ooh, okay. Make a deception check, Bliss.
Oh, okay. I start giggling, I guess, as I say it,
Yeah.
and
Fortune, you pick up on it really quick that this little girl's younger person is demented, and she's not telling the truth.
Well, I go and look for myself. How do you do the measuring
as
thing?
As you go up into this hall, you see, just as described, multiple different bodies just torn apart, blood everywhere, and plenty of large claw marks.
Large claw marks?
Roll a either investigation or a nature check for me.
Those are both intelligence, so I'm kind of screwed on that, so...
Man, wherever you guys are, mongooses are huge here.
Big mongoose, guys!
Like, damn. What is everybody else doing while your dragonborn is hunting mongoose?
I'm gonna go investigate this door over here, which Grandolph is slowly sliding over to.
Can it be canon that Grandolph is just kind of like hugging the wall, like Crunk moving slowly to the door?
mumbling his own theme song all the way? Hell yeah.
Grandolph! Grandolph!
Grandolph the Swift.
I thought you were the Quick. Why is your name change every 5 seconds?
It's the quick. I couldn't remember. What
Grandolph does not have to explain Grandolph.
Yes.
Don't question him, he's old.
Oh my god.
So yes,
He doesn't know what he's saying.
I've appeared at a door. I'm young for an elf. Okay.
I will say, do either of you want to have agency on opening or checking this door?
I'm going to check as in look at the door and look to see if there's any markings above the wall to mark what it is for.
Investigation.
Yes.
I too will do that.
Okay, so this is where. Oh, okay. You both can roll it separately. No teamwork then, I get.
Should have had teamwork.
Yep, I will try and bring it up next time. We'll get to that mechanic eventually. Sola, you're looking at this door, and there's just, like, you start to try and follow the different twisting patterns on the door, and you start to kind of, like, spin your head over and over, and you just get dizzy and say, oh, this is stupid. I hate this door. Grandolph,
Yes.
you understand what you're looking at is not mortal. It is not made by mortal hands, or if it was, it wasn't made to symbolize any kind of mortal image.
Would I be able to check to see if I know what it would be made?
With that investigation check, it's just not getting to you. It's on the tip of your tongue, but you're just not getting it.
I see. Is the door locked?
It is not locked.
I'm gonna put my ear up to it to listen.
All right. As you take your ear up to it,
God.
to it. Make a perception check for me again.
Oh my god, this game hates me. I haven't rolled above like a 12. 12 was my highest so far.
Good job.
You hear some kind of clanking noise, something like heavy or hard hitting something else. It's like a ding. It's some squish. No, you think you hear a squish, but no, it's just something hard hitting something else.
Oh.
Concerning.
Hmm.
Gonna quietly attempt to open the door.
I want you to make a sleight of hand check.
Oh god. These wizards are good at sleight. Okay, well.
All right, that is actually not bad.
It's higher than your usual 12.
Yo.
Yeah, let's actually see. They might.
They.
Oh. I gave away a secret.
How dare
Oops. That was actually not a bad roll.
Yeah.
However, as you
Ooh.
slowly begin to open the door, it just kind of makes the softest little squeak and creak at the end. So unfortunately, as the door sort of like, you lose grip of it and you start to open it, you see this. You see a 3-pack of these undead dogs just chowing down on different people. Not really able to make out who or what they were before, because now they're dog food.
Gonna quietly close the door.
Unfortunately, with that little squeak of that 14, one of the hounds kind of perks its ears up, looks, and then just doesn't even growl. It immediately starts to run towards you. Everyone, roll for initiative!
I did it, guys.
Hey, we're on the other end of the hallway.
Yup.
Gosh,
I gotta
that's the party.
fight through all the tiny people to get to the fight.
Isn't it great?
Say
I will
goodbye to your
add-
butts.
So, like, is there like reaction things in this game?
There are reactions, but I will explain how they work when we get to them.
Alright.
Alright. And, Vorton, you got a... Grandolph, you got a 50. See, now you guys are getting decent rolls.
I mean, I still got like a 7.
I got a 9.
I got a rock.
Well, that's unfortunate.
So does that mean you go first or last?
The higher the number, the closer to the top of the order you get to go.
No, I meant the
No.
rock.
Yeah, the
Oh.
rock.
I,
Is it like the holy rock of going first, or?
No, it's actually the shitty stone of not playing.
Oh. Have fun with that.
Speaking of which, these guys did not do the greatest.
That's
Alright.
okay.
And descending order, let me take 1 second to fetch me battle music, and I'll put that in the Discord.
Oh, grab that and play it.
Do-do-do, do-do-do,
Man, I wish I was that willing to play that one.
do-do-do, do-do, do-do-do.
Well, don't do this to me, tabletop audio. That was a good one. I don't want you to have heard of. Ah, there it is.
Ah.
And grabbed, and it is now in the music tab.
Sweet.
All right.
Turn that off.
First up, kind of expertly for you, Grandolph, as these undead hounds are rushing towards you. It is your turn to start.
Okay. So, D&D combat.
Yeah, so how this
How many
works,
actions do I get?
you get one action, which generally includes being able to do an attack, or roll a skill, or feed someone a health potion that is on you. Then you also get a bonus action if your class or character has anything that allows them to do bonus.
Can I do the bonus action first?
Bonus actions? It depends on the bonus action. If
It's
your
my
character,
blade song.
it's your what?
Blade song.
You can link it. I think
Yeah.
it's action.
Yeah, go ahead and click it, and it'll show up on the text chat for me so I can read it. Excellent. You can use bonus action to start the blade song, which like bonus to your AC. Yes, you can. You can totally activate this as your bonus action first.
I activate it.
You see, well, the best way is this secret elven magic called Blade Song. I guess the best way imagery of this is just some translucent looking sort of swords just seem to appear and slowly spin and guard around you. Unless you want to have any other flavor.
No, that sounds cool.
Alright. They sort of, we'll say there's three pairs of swords that literally cross as if to like block any oncoming attacks for you. You still have your movement, which is 30 feet for you, I believe, and your action.
So, I'm going to. It's a cantrip. Cast Firebolt in this one.
All right, click Firebolt for me so it pops up on chat, and so I can double check the rules. Okay, Firebolt is a roll to hit spell. All right.
Mhm.
Lucky bastard, you hit.
Oh my god.
All right, you hit this guy.
Yeah.
All right, roll your damage. That is.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, yay! Good job.
We're only, level 3.
I know. I'm just used to. I guess I'm just used to spells being a bigger deal. My bad.
Cantrips will get more powerful at level 5.
That is very true, actually. I always underestimate how powerful cantrips get later down. That being said, you sort of make a motion with your hand in your arcane focus, and a just shot of fire erupts from your arcane focus, and just smacks right at the chest of this hellhound. It's not actually a hellhound. I just like to use alliteration. That's a whole other monster. It burns at the burning flesh, and it does some damage. But you realize you kind of slapped it with a newspaper, a fiery newspaper.
Yeah.
You still have your movement.
Grab the child and run.
There's nothing wrong with implementing the Joseph Joestar method of survival.
I am fine. I am flying. They are dogs.
Hmm.
Dogs can fly
squishy.
if you try hard enough.
Run!
Use the child as a human shield.
Fly, you fool!
Are you actually gonna do that? Hey, I get it.
We good.
Does Grandolph actually just look to Sol and say, "Fly, you fool," and just start running?
Yes.
Yeah.
Already flying though.
Exactly. Yeah. So every square is 5 feet. So if
Yeah.
you were starting here, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can go this far. All right. And you begin running away.
It's strategic.
It is.
Retreat.
It is strategery. Next up is Vorton. You hear the crackling of fire echo down in the hall, as well as this multiple sounds of barking and sloshing.
Well, I run towards the chaos.
Now, I can actually introduce a simple mechanic for you. Obviously, with your 30 feet, there's no way in hell you're going to actually get there and do anything.
Yep.
However, if you'd like to, you can take your action to do a sprint, doubling your movement speed, giving you 60 feet, so you can get there faster and be more prepared on your next turn. Or you can move 30 feet and ready an action, which is saying, I will swing my thing if something gets too close to me.
Well, I will take the sprint.
All right.
I will sprint. Approximately there?
Yep, 60 feet, so 12 squares. Oh, actually, whoever just did that, thank you for reminding me to explain that. If you go down on that little toolbar on the left side of the screen, if you have snap to center clicked, you can literally hold and drag with it. If you click on that, and then you have like the arrows that helps you measure how far you can go.
I could also hit Q to make little waypoints.
Yeah, so then you can really
Okay.
gauge how far you can go.
Yeah. But just remember to click the arrow button to move your character, because otherwise you'll just keep making arrows.
Okay, cool. Learning
All
something
right.
new.
Wah! I hit the wrong button.
Vorton, you immediately begin sprinting down the hall, hearing the echoes of chaos erupt. Bliss, it is now your turn, now that you've joined us again.
I hear the sound, combat,
Yes, you
and I look at Candor, and I shrug, and I walk this way.
Wow.
Do we just hear us silently in the echo? Fuck this shit, I'm out.
So.
Are you going to do anything with an action or a bonus action or anything? Or are you just gonna move and then just wait patiently?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait.
All right. It is.
The cat.
Yes. I should have said this. You know what? We're gonna let this be for now. In the future, I prefer the house rule that familiars and pets just go on the player's turn.
Okay.
That
I
way,
wasn't
it's
sure.
no, it's fine. Like we're gonna let this be for now. But I always because like I know other DMs don't like it because it's like, but then the person can combo a bunch. I'm like, that's exactly why I want that to happen. That sounds awesome.
Right.
All right, it is Tempest's turn for now.
Yeah, Tempest is just going to take an order from Candor to, like, hide. Just got it. Takes too long to get back.
Very nice. There's a little crevice between some of the bodies near the doorway that Tempest just kind of snuggles up into and hides under the elbow. And at that point, it is Sola's turn.
Okay. Is there any like ledges or anything in this area here that I can see?
Ledges? No. It's not really made. Well, hold on. We'll decide that with the good old-fashioned. Yes, there are. How high are you looking for these ledges?
Anything above normal jumping range, so probably 15 feet or higher.
Are you kind of trying to like to water bucket over the door frame on the dogs, but with yourself?
I mean, yeah, that's the way to put it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll say there's a very easy to perch up ledge, literally just above the door frame.
Okay, well that is where I'm going to go for now, and I'm going to, I guess, hide my position there.
Because the dogs actually can't see you, you can do that. Another option, like I said before, is to do what's called readying an action. So in this instance, you could say, I want to hold my action, and when I see a dog, I attack, or I cast a spell, or something like that.
Okay, will I get a sneak from that? Is that a sneak thing? Does that exist in this game?
It does. They haven't seen you. You have the potential for it. I'm going to see if they notice you. I like this idea. Roll a stealth, and then we'll say that you can... If they don't see you, we're going to do some fun shit, because that's really good planning on your part. Alright, if they do not catch you in that position, I will let you do a sneaky readied action. Otherwise, it'll just be a basic readied action. Because they don't know you're there, effectively, yet. What is the action you're going to hold? Like, what are you going to do until one pop?
Chaos Bolt.
Alright, you are readying a Chaos Bolt while you wait upon the doorframe. That is pretty fine. With that said, it's time for the undead man's worst friend. Oh. And they... ooh. Well, unfortunately for you, their passive perception is a 15 now that I looked at their sheet.
That's
So
fair.
they're all going to notice you rather quickly. I will say, in the sake of fairness, as one dog runs out, it immediately turns around to try and, like, strike at you. And that's just enough time for you to use Chaos Bolt.
How is it striking at me?
The doorframe's not high up. It's going to attempt to strike at you, like leap at you, but because of the distance and because literally you saw it run out the doorframe and it had to take the entire second to turn around, you're getting to attack first.
Okay. So attack?
Yes. Is Chaos Bolt a to hit? Yes, it is.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. As you shoot the Chaos Bolt, it shoots a little too wide as you sort of jump at how fast these creatures stride out. It is going to attempt to leap at you. The door, there you are. I'm going to say it's going to roll with disadvantage because you are kind of perched up there. Oh, that's decent. Oh, that's also a decent roll. Does a 16 hit your AC, your armor class?
Yes.
Okay, so that's one attack that's gonna hit. It's gonna go again. Ha! That's okay. That's great, guys. We get to introduce a whole new mechanic. They rolled a natural 1. It can't roll anything lower than that, and I like to do a fun thing where I roll for severity. I'm gonna roll a D100, and if it rolls roll enough, rolls roll enough?
Low's roll enough.
If it rolls low enough, you're gonna get to do an attack of opportunity. It's a house rule of mine, and I really like it. Well, guess what they just got? A 37. You get to do an attack of opportunity after it does its initial damage to you.
Okay, before it does its damage to me, am I able to use my blood shield?
Yes, you are.
I would like to do that.
You can use your... Now, this is... Someone was asking me questions about how to use your reaction. This is one of the ways to use your reaction, because Blood Shield for her is a reaction spell.
Okay.
So click on Blood Shield for me.
It's not set up as a spell, actually, now that I'm looking at it.
No, you can just hit the send to chat button on the feature, the little chat bubble. Yeah.
Perfect. Let's see. Okay, we're just equal to what you rolled on the die and has an AC of 10 plus. What is your charisma modifier?
+3.
All right, I'm gonna have you roll. Click on where it says hit die on your character sheet.
Yes?
Go ahead and click that. Ooh, max shield health. Nice. Okay, so let's add some flavor to this. How do you summon the blood shield?
I literally rip the blood out of my body.
Ooh.
Nice.
Are we talking like Demon Slayer, like you just scrape your claws on like your skin, or you just punch yourself in the gut and blood comes out?
I will say that it almost comes out of my fingertips between my nails, essentially.
That's horrible.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Okay.
fucked up.
That's metal as fuck. All right. You sort of it almost kind of mirrors water bending, where you sort of just flat kind of swing your arms out as the blood comes forward and just immediately hardens into this very, would Sola have made a very intricate looking kind of shield, or just a dirtied up yeah, it's protecting me, fuck it.
You's a fancy bitch.
Yeah, all right, I like this. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
All right, it's a very actually interesting, intricate looking shield. It has a crest or a symbol of your choosing that you can share with everyone later if you like. I'm putting you on the spot. But as the dog leaps up to try and attack, you literally just throw this blood shield at it. It bites into the shield, breaks through. Now it's gonna roll its damage. And that's 6 damage, so it literally just sort of chomps down and snaps the shield in two. Immediately, the shield just evaporates into basic liquid blood. However, the force of how you launch the shield, that kind of makes it kind of fall down, stop in its momentum and just hit the ground without being able to attack you at all.
Did it only do 6 damage?
It only did 6 damage in that one bite.
There should be 3 left for the shield because of her charisma mod. It dies plus for the HP.
It dies plus charisma? There we go.
Yep.
Oh, you're right. I completely skimmed that. Thank you for catching me. All right, yeah. So this shield is just in this dog's mouth. It's just kind of shaking around like a chew toy.
Horrible.
Nasty.
Entertaining.
Very. With that, I'm gonna put it over here, but actually, it can't occupy your space. You're above it. It is technically on this square. We'll say we move you on the door frame because that's where you are. It also sees you, and it's also going to attempt to make an attack at you. Again, at disadvantage because you are much higher up.
Okay.
That is a 7. And the second attack is a 7. So neither of those hit.
Four sevens.
Yep. The other dog actually just tries to run forward, stumbling over the others, and continues. It's actually focused on Grandolph. It actually does not even care about you. It saw you and just rushed forward. With that, it is Candor's turn.
Can I see the dogs past?
Oh, yes, you can.
Okay.
You can see and hear them very clearly.
Okay. I am going to do what warlocks do best, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast at the one that is that's closest to me. It's the first one I could see.
All right,
Eldritch Blast.
All right, the first spell to hit today.
Just did too much.
Very nice. You how does it look when Candor casts Eldritch Blast?
That's a good question. I would say it's like a swirling purple and black with like a little bit of like sparkle to it, but just like flashy but really dark.
All right, Gothic Fairy. I like it.
Raven Queen, it's all about death.
Hell yeah. As you launch your Gothic and yet kind of glittery Eldritch Blast, it actually smacks this hound right in the face. Immediately making it kind of stumble in its momentum. It just sort of gets back up, shaking. The right side of his jaw is a little unhinged from that.
I don't know if I have a bonus action. Sure. I don't think I do. So I think I'll just move.
Oh, I need to respond to what?
Oh, I'll cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff as my book section.
Okay. Go ahead and put that up on the chat for me if you're able.
Yep, if I could get my sheet turned on. It's just not wanting to.
There we go.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Excuse you, it's Shigalag.
It is not.
All right, yeah, you cast Shillelagh, and that lasts for 1 minute. So now you can beat You can beat a dog with a stick.
Yep.
Nice.
Sounds like a good night.
Doesn't it? Grandolph, back at the top of the order, round 2. It is your move as this demonic beast has been shot in the face by some other magical force, and it is getting back up, still pretty much focused only on you.
So with spellcasting, because I've never played as a casting character ever.
Sure.
Cast at level 1, so I get to cast 4 then. Like
So
4.
let me bring up your character sheet because I have actually not seen it. Spells level. Yes. So you have all those level 1 spells, and you can cast them. You can cast 4 level spells before you need to take a long rest. So you can cast any of those spells.
I'm
The
gonna.
ones you have prepared.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna burning hands on him.
Burning hands. All right. Go ahead and click it for me.
I think it's a 15-foot.
And it's a dexterity save. Oh wait, a 15-foot cone.
It might hit your friend.
Do you by
If
chance?
I had a wall though.
I mean, everyone else is kind. Well, actually, hold on. Let me get rid of your sheet here for me. You know what? That's actually not going to hit her because she's elevated enough on that door frame. She would actually be safe not to get hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. All right. So that's a dexterity save, and it'll take 10 damage. That is a... Oh. Well, all I can say is, guys, I've heard dog is a delicacy in some countries.
Ooh.
Nasty.
How do you cast? How does it look when you cast Burning Hands, Grandolph?
Ooh, I didn't think of
I love it when players add flavor to this kind of shit.
It's fun.
You shall not pass.
I really want him to continue.
You shall not pass. Oh my god.
Yes.
No, what would a pretty boy elf do?
Something
can I make a suggestion?
magical.
He's gonna like throw his hand out, but he's gonna like twiddle his fingers, kind of. I don't know how to describe it.
Pretty boy. Thou shalt
That's
not pass.
amazing. No, that's fun. He like kind of puts his hand up like he's a disco star, and like starts shaking his hips. His fingers start coming as he puts his hand down forward at the dog.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
You're a disco.
Burning alive.
Love it.
Horrifying.
You, even with this goofy version of the somatic or the visual counterpart, flames erupt from your palm and fingers, much like a flamethrower or napalm, and just bask onto this dog's rotting flesh. The fires that remain on it continue to sort of burn away the remaining of what was its actual fur. You pretty much just see a slightly quiffy, furless, naked mole dog
Delicious.
whose jaw is also unhinged.
Slightly more disturbing.
Vortun, or Vorton, sorry. It is your turn.
So the dog directly in front of Grandolph is dead?
It is still alive, actually.
Oh,
Ooh.
He's just crisp.
just crispy.
He's just slightly quiffy.
Okay.
It's the crispy recipe.
Like,
Wow.
he's medium rare.
3, 4, 5.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Got a lot
So
of pink on him.
he's gonna handle that, I think. Am I able to just run past
Close
it?
to me.
So what
Two
you
boat there?
if you try to so this is where another mechanic comes in. If you
Yeah.
go into an enemy's combat area, which is generally like within
Yeah.
5 feet, and
Yeah.
then you move out of it, they get an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
If you like, you can temporarily move in onto the space that Grandolph is occupying, and then when you're done making your action, move back out.
Okay.
You should running tackle the dog.
Yes.
Glump the dog!
Oh my god.
I will.
S fluffy puppy.
I will run in to Grandolph's temporary spot, and I ready my shields and sword and run in, screaming, and glomp the dog with my shield. I shield bash it, just run straight into it.
All right. Do you have a... With your weapons, is there like an ability or an attack that you can make with your shield?
That's a good question.
I think that there is a feat that does that, but I don't think you naturally have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look into... I'll say that like you kind of use the shield like narratively to like stagger the dog, and then you slice it with your sword.
Sure. Let's do that.
Yeah, go ahead and make click on your sword in your weapons tab.
Oh.
That was... Okay, I almost jumped. It was like, oh, that was so close to a natural 20. Go ahead now and click on in the chat where it says longsword to roll your damage, because 19 definitely hits.
Nice.
Whoa!
Jesus.
I think that's actually the maximum damage I can do with that sword too.
A round of applause for our tank, everybody.
Doing the most
Golf clap.
damage.
Golf clap.
You rush forward, kind of slightly, maybe even politely, pushing Grandolph out of your way.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah! As you first bash the shield down onto the dog's head, staggering it, and then take a swipe into its chest, opening up more of this monster as blood and ichor just begin to leak from its cavity.
Gross. It should have been checked.
I mean, vets are really expensive in this day and age.
That I know
Especially
of.
for undead pets.
Exactly. At this point, you will now need to move one space back, but that is your move unless you got a bonus action.
I think I'm good.
That was fucking nice. Bliss, it's your turn. Are you just kind of hanging out on your own?
I realized Candor did not follow me in my dickish attempt to leave, and
Yep.
I'm gonna go back into the hallway.
Before you do, I want you to make a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Excellent. You hear on this door, which is a little bit more metal and it's kind of more locked up, you hear this scraping noise on the metal frame of the door. And you actually kind of see a few sparks, like, jutting out from your side of it.
Does it look like it's giving in?
It's not giving in, but whatever is trying to claw through is starting to make headway.
Do I have to... Let me read this real quick. How many rounds is a minute?
Every round is like 6 seconds.
So,
Oh.
10 minutes.
Forever.
So that's gonna take too long. Sadness. Okay. I'm just gonna, yeah.
Are you just gonna nope out of that situation?
I'm gonna, yeah. Can I pick up the cat and bring the cat with me?
But with that perception, you probably would see the cat.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you would be able to see Tempest just kind of curled up under some of the bodies, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the cat and bring the cat with me, and start like whisper shouting down the hallway, "Cat door!"
As you go to pick up Tempest, Tempest actually just jumps in your arms. I'm going to actually take you on your word and roll a d20 every time Bliss tries to pick up the cat to see how it reacts.
I love it. That's every cat ever.
It actually jumps in your arms, Bliss, because it's pretty much in that, fuck, we leaving? Good.
I'm gonna look back when she calls out and just kind of like, yes?
We have a backdoor issue.
Okay, we've had this talk before. Are you trying to say... What kind of backdoor issue are we talking about?
The kind that breaks through doors and
Okay, that's not what I
friendly.
expected. It's not what I expected. But
Meanwhile,
thank you for clarifying.
in Candor's mind, there's a brief flashback of Uncle Phil. We never speak of Uncle Phil.
Oh,
If any of my jokes are in bad taste, please let me know.
You're good.
Oh God!
you're fine.
I just got that.
Wait, what?
I think. I don't know anymore.
Both of you are just... Oh?
You just kind of keep. Do we?
I just automatically went to, yeah, I slipped him laxatives. He was not a nice roommate.
Yeah. I mean...
Let's go with that. But for real, if I do step out of line with my jokes, please let me know. I do not want to actually offend. I just say things that I think sound funny. I'm like, oh wait, that could be bad.
The only bad joke is one that's not received well.
Exactly. So let me know when one's not received well.
There are no lines to cross in this.
Yeah, no, you're
Oh,
good.
what is this? Oh.
All right. Bliss, is that the only thing you're gonna do on your turn?
I'm going to draw my sword as well.
Okay.
Are you gonna put the cat down first?
No! The cat stays.
The cat feels protected in Bliss's sword wield, in her non-sword wielding arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the cat can fly.
Can the cat fly?
It
Yes.
can. Well,
It's
then
a winged
it is
cat.
Tempest's turn. So does
Without
Tempest
me-
just fly?
You know, football tossing it?
Yes, it can. If you let it go. The cat has wings. You can see them.
My cat. This
Okay.
is bad now.
All right, do you want, like, here, now that it's Tempest's turn, does Tempest try to get out of Bliss's grasp?
I'm gonna say since Tempest was jumping into her arms, probably not.
Okay.
Tempest is just chilling.
All right.
It's just like,
Uh,
person's holding me, this is the best.
all right. Sola, it is once again your turn as two of these undead dogs are just kind of barking and growling at you as you're up on that ledge.
Okay, I'm going to ascend.
All right, you're gonna fly up. How high?
How high am I currently?
You're like, I want to say 10 feet off the ground.
Okay, I'm going to ascend 15 feet.
All right. You fly up. You are now 25 feet off the ground. Yeah, if these dogs are gonna have to make some pretty high jumps to try and get you. They can still attempt to reach you, but I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. I can attack though, right?
If you have ranged abilities, yes.
I do. So are these two dogs in the same space?
We're gonna say like we'll make this easy. They're about here.
I see.
This is a wall. You know what? No, for fun, because I remember that narratively I mentioned that they were sort of like climbing on top of each other. Yeah, they're basically just sort of wrestling on top of each other, trying to like jump at you.
Okay, well I'm just going to firebolt down at them then.
Go for it.
Firebolt.
Unfortunately, once again, as you try to cast the flame, both of the dogs seem to sort of see the danger incoming and climb off of each other and leap out of the way, and then resume just attempting to jump up and climb on top of each other to you.
Okay. Can I point my shield downwards?
Yes, you can.
Cool, I will do that.
All right. It is undead dog's turn. They are going to attempt to jump up at you again at disadvantage. Okay, and okay, another natural one.
Yay!
And that will hit severity, so you can make an opportunity attack if you like.
I will do that. Can I cast another firebolt? What can I
Do
do?
you have any spell slots left?
Well, Firebolt's a cantrip, it doesn't
Yeah,
use
Oh,
yeah,
it's-
because it's a cantrip, I will say yes.
It is a cantrip. It's,
Yep.
yeah. So I can do it again?
Yes, you can.
No.
Oh no. Okay. Well, unfortunately, now that you rolled a natural one.
Sadness.
97. It does not hit severity. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So you try to cast Firebolt, and he's like, it just stops. Just a little smoke. Does a 16 hits your AC, correct?
It's the shield.
That's right, and it's going to roll the damage. It's going to make 5 damage.
Shield
So
would
it-
be broken.
Yes, at that point, the shield sort of just splatters onto the ground in normal blood. The second dog is now going to attack with disadvantage. That is
The dogs are jumping that high?
They have, like, with movement, you can technically jump, like, leap at you. They can jump up enough with their 40 feet of movement to attempt to get you. They're just also, that's why the disadvantage is there. These guys can jump, but that's really not going to help.
Oh, I'm 25 feet in the air.
Oh, no, you're right. You're not on the door frame. Yeah, they can't just, no, they can't do any of it. Thank you. I completely, like, somehow my brain didn't connect with that. They just keep leaping at you and don't do shit. But that being the case, your shield's still there, because they can't reach you.
Okay. I was wondering, I'm like, these dogs, like, jump really high.
Yeah, they can't jump that high. You're right.
One day.
Well, not today, though. Not if you guys have anything to say about it.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, so actually, we'll kind of rearrange this. One of the dogs will continue to keep jumping at you to try and get you. The other one's going to try and attack Grandolph by climbing over its brother.
Mammy bitch.
That is... Oh my god. Okay, that's a 7 on the first attack. and a 23 on the second attack.
Yeah, no, that doesn't hit me.
Yeah.
I would like to jump in and use my fighting style protection.
Ooh, let me look at that actually, because I vaguely remember.
Can I
what
link that
is.
in chat somehow? Oh,
Yeah.
like that.
There you go. You can use a reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack. Look at the paladin being a good boy. Does a 15 hit?
I have a 15, so if it means it hits.
Unfortunately, yes, it does.
Yep.
Even with that disadvantage, the dog is able to sort of wiggle its way around you, blocking it, and still bite into Grandolph, doing 7 points of damage.
I tried, Randolph. I tried.
Grandolph just looks at you. You fool! And
Oh,
that.
wait, damn it.
Uh huh.
If you
Another
click on
switch.
oh, something.
Say what?
Until the start of your next turn. No, I can't. I thought my shield ability was the action thing. It is not.
Oh yeah.
It's
Shield?
No, shield spell is a reaction.
Yeah, shield spell's a reaction. Let me look at
that.
Yeah, it says one reaction.
Oh.
Yes, you
Oh, I
can
only
use
cast
that.
it. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
your AC
it's
is
plus
plus
five.
5.
So the dog doesn't hit you. You don't take 7 damage.
Oh, thank the Lord, because that almost killed me.
The very last second after seeing Vorton attempt to shield, just without even thinking, you're like, oh right, shield! And then you cast it just before the dog is able to bite into you. As its jaw just kind of like gets caught open with a shield in its mouth. Urgh! It's trying to get it, but it can't bite down on your magical shield.
Yeah.
Very nice. Kandor, it is your turn.
Yeah, that it is.
Learn my spells one day.
Cowabunga it is.
Just looking.
Righteous.
Okay, I will, at the nearest doggo, do another Eldritch Blast.
Oh, actually, I mixed up the icon. 1 second. Move those around. There you go. Okay, Eldritch Blast. Go for it.
Oh, wait. It's not set up to attack on that button.
Shigalak!
There we go.
Get your grease out of
Oops,
Ooh.
sorry.
Hey,
here.
I was trying to get info on it. I clicked the wrong thing.
No, it's okay.
Ignore
That's
that.
fine. That's fine. Grease Eldritch. Oh, Grease Eldritch. All right. Once again, you erupt that gothic power from your hands as it just slams into this thing. Finally, its neck just sort of like turns almost a complete 180. Its jaw just plain flying up and then hitting the ground as it's just sort of wobbling back and forth, trying to move, but spinal damage. It's not dead, but you could sneeze on it.
If only I could from here. And with the Bliss telling me that there's something behind her, I'm just gonna move over here and just hold my shillelagh, hold my quarterstaff, and hope that I don't get hit.
To answer the person in chat, I'm in multiple groups, but I'm not like in anything like official for streams. I just like D&D. So one more time, because I was reading Discord, sorry. After hearing Bliss say something about the door, what were you doing?
I was just standing next to it and hoping not to get hit. That's my turn.
Okay, sorry, I will be more focused, apologies. Grandolph, it is once again your turn.
Yep. Just quickly, what's everyone's classes again? Because I'm a paladin.
I said fine.
Oh, okay.
Or
just put them in the chat.
Speaking, that's fair, and unless they want to tell you in character, they don't have to tell you.
I'm not talking in character. I'm just talking for the Twitch chat for our
that's
new
also
viewers.
what is called metagaming. So if the players don't want to tell you, if the characters haven't told you, that's still fair.
That's fair. That is fair. Anyways, I will charge into...
It's not your turn.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Grandolph's turn.
Oh, I thought you said Vorton, sorry.
Nah, it's
Okay.
Soon.
So,
soon, brother.
I'm ahead of myself.
I'm going to...
You're ahead of your time.
There's 2 dogs there.
There is, and one of them is pretty much ready to stop being unalive.
If you kill an undead creature, does it become a living creature?
Oh god.
No.
It's like
Please,
adding 2
please.
negatives together.
Cast that.
Oh yeah, this is a great one. Okay, so you have to roll to hit.
So
So-
you're
weapon
gonna
attack,
a
right?
weapon attack, yes.
Yep. 23 hits.
Yay.
Yay, roll your damage. And the dog behind it will take your spellcasting ability modifier's worth of fire damage.
What is your spell modifier?
That one I don't know where to find.
That
I thought
actually
it was-
should be
I
on
think
your
it's-
spell
it's-
sheet.
Your spell modifier.
Yep, the very top, top right, where it says spell attack bonus.
Oh,
No,
it's
that's
5.
not right.
No.
Modifier
No,
would be-
intelligence is your modifier.
yeah. So it'd be a plus be 3 fire damage.
All right. So I will subtract that as the flame first just bursts through the first hound, finally just engulfing the rest of its body as it just lays limp as the green flame takes it. A small spigot of that flame leaps up and hits the other hound as it just kind of shakes its head angrily as you basically just threw green embers in its eyes. And as for the first one, it is dead.
Nice.
Yay.
The doggo.
I made you a button so that you can just click that in case we forget.
Okay.
All right. Vorton, it is your turn. And also, I will say, Bree, thank you for always helping with that, because, like, there's a lot of shit I forget about, like, to help set up. I appreciate it.
It's fine. I've always played on Roll20, so I'm just like, I got this.
Vorton, now, brother. It's
Now, it's my turn.
Since the hound is dead, you can occupy its space freely.
Ooh, well, I will go take my place as the tank underneath the dog.
just lift the dog above you.
I will tank this for you. And I will attack the pupper in front of me.
Oh, God, that's too good. All
Just
right, I'm going to
l-
move this guy over.
Just lift the body of the dog and throw it at its...
You can do that,
I'm
actually.
doing
It won't
it.
do a lot of damage.
I'm gonna lift that dog above my head and just slam it down on the dog in front of me.
All right, I want you to, on the sidebar there where it looks like a D20 dice, like hover your mouse over it,
Yep.
and then find the actual D20, and then add your strength modifier.
D20 and then add strength.
Yeah, so just click where it says D20, and then just add your strength mod.
19.
That hits! What is your strength mod?
4.
You do 5 damage to this dog as you just pick up its dead sibling and just begin beating it with the cord.
Oh god.
You know, look, we found the.
I should mention now, I'm a vengeance paladin, and he touched someone that was helping me. I have to get vengeance.
You made me kill a dog!
Vengeance!
I will kill this dog because it made me kill another dog.
I'm just like, Kander is going to see this, and he's just gonna like lean towards Bliss as like, look, it's somebody after your own heart.
Bliss like laughs for 2 seconds. No.
It's okay. I'm a cat person.
Oh,
Fortuna, you have any other moves you can make? Any bonus actions?
I can't remember if lightning breath is a bonus action or not.
I believe it's an action.
Darn it. No, then. I'm good.
All right. Speaking of Bliss, it's Bliss's turn.
Oh, good. I'm gonna hop, skip, and jump over here, and drop into a sneak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your sneak.
And neck. I do this.
Ooh.
I snack the good.
no,
You-
finally let go of the cat.
Yeah. You're still. Are you still holding the cat as you
No,
smash?
I drop it safely behind Candor.
Use the cat as a weapon. Use the
No.
cat as a
No.
weapon.
No.
We've just established that I am a cat person.
You cling to the wall, and after, with your many years of knowing how to stealth, it just becomes second nature for you, as anything in that room that attempts to come out is not going to notice you in the slightest.
Is readying an action a thing?
You can only do that, you used your action to stealth, so
Okay.
No,
next
as
turn
a
you can
rogue.
act.
As a
Okay.
rogue, you have your bonus action to stealth.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
So she has-
right!
Okay,
You get
cool.
that at level 2.
So you can also ready an action as you
Yeah,
level.
I'm gonna stab the shit out of anything that passes through that door.
All right, as you all are looking, well, Candor and Bliss are basically looking through that door, right?
Yeah.
All right. As while this is happening, you get into position. You actually see these long, inhuman, unbestial-like claws just finally break through that steel door and begin to claw down, starting to tear it open.
Oh.
All right, Bliss is holding her action. It is Tempest's turn.
Yeah, it's just like, gets a very worried side eye from Candor and is just gonna go hide again now that it is free of a certain someone.
Yeah.
Tempest is a good baby. Let her live.
With a 14, behind a wall, I will say that will work fine, especially since you and Bliss, especially Candor, is really more up.
She's definitely flying while she's hiding because, yeah,
Wings.
wings.
Speaking of flying, we have good segues in this game. Speaking of flying, Sola, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna throw another firebolt below me.
All right.
Seems like a solid plan.
23 hits.
Yay, finally.
Damn.
All right, 5 damage. You fling your eruption of fire, and just as many of these other hounds, just hits it in the face. It's not happy. I'm gonna say that this hound has pretty much given up on trying to reach you at your height, and is now also going to kind of double up on Vorton and Grandolph. So, Vorton, since you are leading the way and not allowing these dogs through, they are going to attack you with no disadvantages.
Okay.
So that is a 9 on the first one. I lost my dice!
Goodbye, dice. I think if you miss the table, that's a critical fail.
Press F for dice.
Honestly, I actually would not be against that house rule because I have a little tray. There's no reason I should actually miss the tray.
Okay, so back when I was doing a campaign, my players were so bad at landing dice on the table, I made little trays, and we call them the trays of shame.
Trays of shame.
Trays of shame. I like that.
Or the boxes of shame, actually, but... Yeah.
18 and a 6. So, the second dog hits you for 18 and 16. Do either of those hit?
The 18, I think, does.
What
Vorta.
is your AC, Vorton?
18.
Okay, so one dog hits you with one basic attack. The first dog, unfortunately, got a nat 20 on its second attack.
Oh.
So you're gonna take 3d6.
Okay.
So that is 5, 2, 7.
Oof.
I did the exact same thing that she did.
Wah wah.
So 5, 2, and 7. You take 13 points of damage.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no!
Oh, where was I?
I have an HP of 36. Candor, is once again your turn.
I am going to take a deep breath and hold my quarterstaff and hold my action for anything that comes through that door, but I'm going to wait until after Bliss attacks, specifically.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's my turn. Just bold and mighty.
All right. Top of the order once more. Grandolph, it is your turn.
Ah. I'm going to share space with the beautiful dragon paladin that's saving me.
Yes, come share the space with me.
And I will cast this again.
All right, roll the hit.
Oh, yes.
I got
Oh, natural 20!
We got there.
So you get to roll 2 damage dice with this.
So I just click it twice then.
Yeah, basically.
I think it'll actually, yeah, it already rolls the...
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Same thing.
that's fucking
Look at it.
beautiful. So that's a 6, 2 6. That's great.
And get your green flame blade. Well, no. Yeah, there's one right next to it. The other one
Yes,
takes
there is.
fire.
Yeah, they're both kind of occupying the same area. I'll move the other one back. All right. Something in you, Grandolph, just fills you with vigor as you just erupt a large patch of green flame as it just strikes at the first beast, and the flame, once again, just hops, skips, and jumps into the other one's face.
Yeah.
The first dog, the one that you're focusing on, it's
Yep.
not looking good. A couple more shots like that, and it's gone. Forton, it is now your turn.
I'll smack that dog for revenge for touching me.
It is pretty gross.
It is. Do the smack.
17 hits. Very nice. Another quick slice, once again, sort of slowly tearing away at the form of this undead creature while your fellow allies continue to burn away. And it is once again Bliss's turn. And on this turn is when the thing at the door is finally going to break through. And I'm not going to do the sound because I don't want to hurt people's ears. But just
Ew.
picture a very high-pitched, like, necromorph sound from Dead Space.
No,
Oh,
thank
that's
you.
not okay.
No, thank
Oh.
you.
I'm not okay with this.
And,
Immediately not okay.
Hey, you guys want to see a full body picture of what this thing looks like?
Yeah, yeah.
I know what it looks like.
Show me.
Unfortunately.
Breeze, all too familiar.
Yep.
Let me grab it for you. And bring it on over. And everybody say hello to your new friend.
Aww.
Yeah.
Really gets
It's-
loincloth.
It's like a beefy Wendigo from Until Dawn.
That's a good way of putting it, actually.
He looks like he needs some tongue piercings.
Probably.
Is it Gene Simmons, the one with the long tongue?
Yeah.
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 Zombie Gene Simmons.
Zombie orc Gene Simmons.
Although now you kind of want me wanting to have a zombie Richard Simmons. Kind of picturing that. I'm like, you know what? That would also be fine.
Hey,
All right, as this thing just pries open the door, it begins running out. It does obviously not see Bliss, and as Candor and Bliss were both readying their actions, you can both make an attack on this creature.
Go ahead, plus. Oh, you have advantage because you're hidden.
Yep. And she's gonna get sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
Do I also click the sneak attack?
Well,
Oh.
roll your attack again.
Roll your attack again first, because you might get a nat 20.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
You can roll your damage for your short sword, and then you can roll sneak attack.
How do I roll the damage?
just click
Uh,
You
it.
get
Click
short
that.
sword in the
There you
Okay.
go.
And then how do I do the attack?
Is there a button
click it.
on your sheet
Click
that
it?
says sneak attack?
Yeah, it should be just be a...
Damn.
There
Nice.
you go. That's good. That's one of the highest damages out there besides the fucking uber green flame blade we had. All right. And Candor, you also get your attack. Ooh, hold on. I think that that's not hit, unfortunately. I'm gonna say attack with advantage because you're technically in flanking.
Okay.
Yeah, 24.
There it is.
Yes.
All right. As this lawn humanoid creature just bursts through the door and begins running out, trying to follow the sounds of carnage and bloodshed. Bliss, you immediately just thrust forward with your sword, hitting a very vital part of this thing's body. It's humanoid. You're guessing where its organs are? You're pretty sure you hit.
Awesome.
Kandor, meanwhile, with your staff, it's a blunt object. It's one of those situations of an unrelenting force coming against an object that will never move, only there is no unrelenting force, except you. You just also thrust your quarterstaff into this thing's nose and you hear the crunch of bone as you both just strike. And almost kill it! In that one move.
That's my best friend right there.
Yeah!
We work as a team.
You guys give air high fives over the now,
Yeah.
busted up nose of the
Yeah.
monster. He's just, my nose! It is, I accidentally skipped Bliss' turn. Going back. Alright, Bliss, that was your attack of opportunity, technically on the monster's turn, so now it's your turn again.
Yay! I stab.
You get to do that with advantage because you're flanking.
I double stab. First time was
Okay.
better.
You get to do damage and sneak attack because
And-
you're flanking.
Yes.
Oh, we are gonna wreck some bitches.
Yes,
All right.
This is why you have a teammate.
Yay!
All right, I get to have fun with this one. Hey Luna, how do you want to do this?
Oh. I'm gonna say we carve him up, like, as he still has the momentum coming through the door, and he just hits the wall and slides down the wall.
Okay, so like, are you
and
saying
it's just
like,
still against the wall.
are you saying like Bliss kind of does like this flurry of like Zoro slashes and like the effort that Kandor does into smashing its face, the body and the torso just like split apart and hit the wall?
Sure, that works.
Fucking
I dig it.
brutality. Brutality. Bliss wins.
And as it hits the wall, kind of slides down. I look at Kandor and go, "Well, that was underwhelming."
Yeah, no, a little bit.
With that, it is now Tempest's turn, who's still hiding.
Yep.
Is that all they're doing?
Oh yeah.
Smart cat. Very
Smart
smart cat. Sola, the dogs stopped paying attention to you. They're rude. It's your turn.
That's okay. I can move like 5-foot step, right?
Yeah, you can basically just fly diagonally like you've already been and still stay elevated.
Okay. So just the two in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I have too many things.
Oh, you're totally fine.
This one right here, is it almost dead?
Which one? Click that again, please. Yeah, yes. From where you are, especially at the elevation, you can tell one good bap that you guys have been doing will bring that thing down.
Okay. I'm going to cast lightning lure.
Ooh, click
At
that
it?
for me, please.
How do I?
There you go. DC 13 strength save. Okay, let's see if they can pull this off. That's a 7. They can't. So with that, you get to do 7 damage, and you can also pull them 5 feet in a straight line towards you.
Since I am in the air, I am pulling them towards me and then dropping them on the other dog.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's clever. Okay. I will say, what is your strength modifier?
-1.
Okay. I'll rephrase that. What is your spell modifier?
3?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna make this more fun because you're using magic. You don't need to be a beefy girl while you're using magic for this. So you do that 7 points of damage, and when you lasso this thing, how brutal do you want to be with that?
How brutal?
How brutal? Yeah.
You are a blood mage.
I don't want this fucking blood from this thing. It's not gonna be good.
All right, you sort of wrap. If that's the case, you sort of wrap it up by its torso, and you just sort of like flick your hand as the magic does most of the work, flies the creature up by 10 feet, which then drops down on this and is going to do an extra 3 damage to them both, meaning
Yay.
this guy is dead-zo.
Yay!
And the other guy is still pretty healthy. He's not taking too much damage. All right, at that, that is the dog's turn. It's going to climb over its brethren and try to attack Vorton. 7 and a 7. Nope, that doesn't hit.
I laugh at its puny attempts. Ha ha ha!
Puny tiny baby. Candor, it's your turn once again.
Well, seeing as I don't think there's anything else coming through the door, I'll look back, see that there's a dog, and Eldritch Blast. That's all I can really do.
How far is the distance is Eldritch Blast? 120 feet?
Yeah, it's 120.
Oh god, yeah, you can reach that.
Why does it do that? I clicked Eldritch Blast and it keeps popping up Shillelagh. Why does it hate me
I think
so
that's
much?
roll 20. I'm pretty sure that's roll 20 trying to tell you something.
It's trying to tell me to go smack, and I'm like, but no.
It's so fun.
It's weapon time!
Yeah, no.
8 unfortunately does not hit.
No, I'm distracted. There's too many people in the way. Can't see the
Yeah,
dogs
you're
over all the
trying
bodies.
not to be an asshole and like accidentally hit one of the other people.
But I'm considering it.
It's starting to get there. It's a little annoying. You don't normally miss this much. It's clearly there.
It's clearly them.
Alright. Grandolph! Bless us with your strategery!
I'm gonna walk up. And I'm gonna do that.
Oh no!
That's unfortunate.
Rolling for severity. Roll damage.
Hmm.
Ha 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 ha.
You take 1 point of damage as you try to like shock the dog, and unfortunately you just kind of shock yourself, like if you rub your feet or rub your socks on the carpet a little too fast.
Ow. And then I back up.
What glorious brainwaves the great Grandolph proceeds before us!
Fear me.
For he is mighty! Vorton, it's your turn.
I will smack the dog.
Alright, don't hurt yourself. Vorton is suffering from confusion. Vorton hurt themselves.
No, no.
The longsword hit does make it.
That's me.
Alright. Last way.
It's like your second one with that sword.
Alright, that is another slash. It's a pretty hardy slash, a pretty good parry into the dog's flesh. Nothing too extravagant, but it is definitely it's definitely winding down. You guys are definitely making some progress there. Bliss, it's now your turn as you marvel at your kill.
Does it look like it has a coin sitting on it? It's kind of wearing a loincloth. I don't know them though.
You know what? Make an investigation check.
Just slowly lifts his loincloth.
With
Nope.
like my
I
boot.
found its leather purse.
I'm like trying not to touch it, but still looking for treasure.
Alright, let's see. I've got a couple options. Fine! Roll 20 collective, you fucking biased sons of bitches! On a D100, you just got a 100. I wanted you to know that.
Ooh, nice.
You do not find any gold, but you do
Aw.
find a very nice looking piece of parchment. A little stained with blood, but it's
Still his loincloth?
yes, it's in his loincloth. It's kind of, so here's the thing, it's kind of like held there by blood, guts, and maybe a little bit of gray matter. It's not really like in the pocket, it's just kind of like on his like the back part of his loincloth, like he sat in something.
Tucked in his loincloth like a dollar bill and a hooker.
Oh God.
I like
Yes.
yours better. I like yours so much better.
I like awkwardly reach down and kind of pull it out.
Alright,
Without,
do you
you
open
know.
it up to read it?
Sure.
Bliss, what are the languages that you know?
That's a good question.
Can that
I
just be?
don't-
Is
oh.
that this group's catchphrase? That's a good question.
Yes, yes, it is.
I have common and infernal.
Okay, you can actually read this parchment.
Cool.
Ooh.
Go ahead and make. You know what? With that investigation check, you're just able to read it. It is a map,
Is it a treasure map?
kind of.
It was a little scary.
Please elaborate.
I shall, as I reveal to you all this.
Ah!
Ah, it's just a map of the dungeon.
It is. However, there is a specific spot of note right in this part of the map, and you read, and you are able to make out, while some of the rooms are kind of labeled like, you know, like dining room. You got like the armory here. You've got pleasure room.
Oh,
But in this
Sweet.
end, you make out the words very clearly, treasury.
got it. So,
Are you telling me?
I'm just gonna,
Skadoodle.
I'm just gonna go.
Treasure, maybe. I like whoever's putting that there.
Oh. As soon as I see her lift something off of it and start walking, I'll be like, "What you got there?"
I just like wave my hand and go, and then, no, you continue what you're doing, and
Let's make a deception check, Candor. Make a fucking insight check.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Because I'm a lying bitch. I can't help it.
Stop
Uh-huh.
fucking lying.
I just like I give him the look, the I'm about to get in some mischief look, and I walk.
Hold on. I want a better description of what this look. What is this look exactly?
It is the look.
No.
May I make a suggestion?
Yes.
You know that look in the original animated Grinch was like, he has an awful, horrible,
Oh my God.
evil
Yeah.
idea.
That's exactly it.
Like before he starts grinning with his teeth, there's just like that little squiggly smirk.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Check the Discord. I'm putting the picture in right now.
Yeah! There it is!
And I'll throw it on stream so everyone can see that.
Oh my god. Your horns even curl in a little.
Yeah, totally.
Yes. Can I use my full movement?
Yes, you still have your full movement.
Awesome. Can I go diagonally?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna awkwardly step over this gross thing and continue on my way for treasure.
All right. You walk past the dead bodies as you continue walking forward to treasure.
To treasure!
Because you have the map.
I am the map.
Oh my god.
It's
Let's
like
not
Dora
start
the
singing.
Explorer,
No,
but somehow
no.
less blood.
It's the map. It's the map. It's
No.
the map. It's the map.
She's the map. Next up is Tempest.
Oh my god. Tempest, seeing that Candor is not in trouble, is just gonna go and sit on his shoulder, the big cat. Weighing him down a little bit, but it's fine. It's a magic cat.
Aw.
Magic.
Meowgic.
Meowgic.
Sola, it is now your turn.
I'm going to throw another fireball.
Go
That
for
seems
it.
to be working pretty good.
Yeah, like you guys have like a fire motif going on, but it has not failed you yet. So
Well,
Lightning.
I have a lot of lightning stuff, but I feel like that would be a bad idea.
I'm
at the
immune to
it's
lightning.
like fire. It's just more controlled.
I mean, lightning's not bad. Thunder, that's the one you gotta be careful.
Oh my.
That's what I have. Anyway.
Yeah.
23 hits.
It's a little singed.
There's a little hair dryer against it.
The tips of its ears and its tail are lightly singed.
They are officially extra crispy.
Extra crispy.
Just making sure it's cooked right, okay?
Listen,
You gotta go for that slow roast for them, you know, like a marshmallow.
if you're not gonna take the time to make sure every inch of the steak is perfectly cooked, what are you even doing?
Making raw steak? I don't know.
I like raw steak.
Marty likes raw steak.
I mean, I like rare steak. I don't want it raw.
I like it when it's warm in the center.
Just
That's fair.
I'm literally just picturing your character with like anime sharp teeth biting into like
A raw steak. Yeah.
That's essentially what happens. Yeah, that's about the gist of it.
All right, it is once again the doggo's turn. It is once again going to try and take a bite out of the big dragon one. That is a soft 20 and a 18. Both of those are definitely gonna hit.
Yep.
So you are gonna take 7 and 4 damage.
11.
Yep.
You know, we don't have a healer.
No, you
I
don't.
have lay on hands. I can just touch myself.
Yeah,
You'd like
having a
that one.
healer is nice.
I'll give you a pro tip. Lay on hands is not specific to use it. Does not mean specifically you have to be gentle. You can smack someone and heal them.
Yep.
Pro tip.
Great.
Candor, it is now your turn. There is one more
Oh.
doggo left.
I mean, that's cool, but I saw somebody walking in a direction with a look on her face.
In fact, she would probably be kicking the door, that somebody, if the door wasn't already like destroyed.
Yeah. And
No.
Yeah.
I learned early on you do not kick down doors in dungeons.
Good.
I would like to try and swipe the map out of her hands.
Sleight of hand check. Sleight of hand check. While Bliss, you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that was about to be really sad if you lost to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna glare at her. I'm just like, what is it?
I'm gonna stick my tongue out at him and continue on my trek for
I'll
treasure.
just, I'll just keep following you. And it's like, wait, and he just stops, and his eyes light up, and his tail starts like swishing back and forth. Did you say treasure?
No.
You did. You said treasure.
No. I would never.
And now it's
Who
No.
needs treasure?
yeah, and now it's literally just like he's just gonna follow her the whole way. That's my turn.
All right.
Now I have to share.
Curses foiled again.
I'm your best friend. Come on.
I can turn invisible.
So can I. We have the same fucking tiefling spells.
I know, but you can't see me. We would just be invisible to each other.
And everyone
Thus.
else.
The point of being
But you know what?
invisible.
Oh wait.
You know what? My cat can see things that are invisible.
That's rude. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Detect invisibility.
Yeah, I'm just over here making mistakes that thankfully nobody saw.
What?
It's fine.
Exactly. All right, Candor, that is your turn. Grand of the almighty historian and scholar of our times, what do you do to save us?
Firebolt.
Yeah! And with a 24, that hits.
Damn.
Sadness.
D10s suck, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's always a chance of hitting a low number.
They've
They're
all
on-
been low.
Yes, unfortunately. Like, that's honestly why most of the time major magic users will go ahead and burn, like, their major level spells if they can help it, but conserving them? Spoilers? Nah, you're being smart.
Oh.
Like, this was the tutorial fight. Vorton, it's your turn.
So we have an angry puppy in front of me.
Yep.
It's taking big chunks out of me so far.
Yep.
I'm gonna smack it.
Natural 20!
Hey!
Give him a smack. It's weapon time.
Smack!
All right. How do you want to do this?
How do I want to do this?
Yes, that is an adopted term from Critical Role to say you killed it. How do you kill it?
With a mighty scream of anger and pain. I just cleave this fucking creature in half.
All right, this is where I'm going to make another reference. Has anybody played and/or beaten Brutal Legend?
No.
No.
Nope.
I have it. Haven't played it yet.
All right, just picture in your mind Jack Black screaming decapitation as you just slam your sword on this thing's neck.
Yeah.
I see. And I understand.
See, I just think of like The Witcher 3, whenever you can just slice enemies like completely in half. And you're
Oh
like,
my god, it's so satisfying when you manage to do that.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
I just imagine the Resident Evil laser room.
I have consumed you, Marty.
Grandolph consumes all.
Hey, we're not. Vor is not okay. No,
This is concerning.
So,
it is.
all right, so
The old
murder
man is
okay.
chasing the child down.
Oh no!
Oh, that's bad.
Well, sorry, Zach, but it looks like you're gonna get banned off Twitch for this one.
Oh no. No!
I would like to.
I just said chasing. Jeez, guys.
I
The-
mean,
it's the
hey,
implication.
hold on. Social media, that is enough.
Yeah,
That is enough to get you in trouble these days.
it's true.
How are you guys
Uh,
like making it? Oh.
Oh, I think someone figured it out.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
I still don't know how to do that, so.
It's if you hit Q.
We made a mighty mistake. Whoa, guys.
Oh god.
You want to see something really fun?
We all do a run around.
There you
This
go.
is like that scene in Emperor's New Groove where it's the maps and they're just running around the maps all weird, but they both
Yeah.
end up on the same place.
Can we
They
all
don't
agree?
figure it out.
Can we all agree that Cusco is at least in the top 5 Disney princesses?
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right, Vorton, as you fell this final undead beast, everything comes to a quiet as combat is officially over.
And two of us are just like dashing as fast as we fucking can.
Yeah, you guys are saying later, fuckers.
Yep.
I will re-put up the new music. Oh.
Must close out the combat.
Now you're dead, cause we killed you, we took you by
That opened on the
surprise.
wrong window for some no reason whatsoever.
Alright, Grandolph, roll an investigation check. Actually, no, Nate, not investigation, go ahead. Okay. What are you looking for specifically? Or if anything specific?
Nothing specific. Like, my character kind of likes to learn about creatures and kind of just know a little bit of everything.
Okay. You examine the closest of the now dead, or the now corpses of these undead creatures, and you're able to discern that before this event, these animals were not undead for very long. They were decayed, but it was, as an arcane master of the arcane yourself, you recognize that this was not natural decaying. This was a very swift patch job of necropsy.
Okay.
So these dogs just recently turned.
Sad. I
I-
weep for them.
I do a quick prayer for the dogs.
I leave. He's praying. I leave.
Can I check out these dead bodies?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and make an investigation check here as well. Meanwhile, with Bliss and Candor, you guys just continuing onward.
I would like to sneak up to the broken door and look past and see if there's anything nefarious beyond.
Roll a stealth, and in the meantime, Sola, what are you looking for specifically as you check out these bodies?
I mean, also money, but like, are they coming back to life or anything? Is this like a, I don't know, raising the dead sort of sitch? What are they looking like?
As you look at the bodies, you do not unfortunately find any money.
What?
You do notice that it's actually kind of hard to like find pockets because most of the body is ripped and is just gush. However, as you are investigating one body that seemed to only have been kind of roughed up, still badly by the dogs, but not fully dismembered, it just
Oh.
I see.
I'm alive?
I'm a real boy.
Can I tell if it's actually alive? Is it? Can I like?
You can make an Arcana check.
Okay.
You kind of jump at first thinking, oh god, oh, it's just a dude, never mind. Oh god, wait, it's a dude, he's still alive. Can't steal.
How badly roughed up does he look?
Bad enough to where if he was not treated, infections definitely. His shoulder specifically has a very large bite gash.
Okay, I will inspect it for any sort of sign of infection. Like, I don't know.
Medicine check, I think it should be a skill.
There's medicine.
Yeah, you can make a general medicine check on that. Okay, yeah. You don't have any. If you want to use like some of the cleaner cloths from either him, you, or the bodies, you can kind of make like a patchwork of like a bandage to stop the bleeding and kind of keep it healthy.
No, like, do I sense any sort of like infection? Like, is there anything in the blood that needs to be taken out?
There it is.
With the medicine check, you know that while the bite mark was filthy from an undead creature, it's like basic like germ infection. It's not like anything extravagant. Like if he's treated pretty quickly, he'll survive.
I don't think she
And
wants
all
to
you can
treat
really
him.
do is just wrap it up.
She doesn't want to treat him.
Wow.
I'm going to kind of kneel down and I guess, like, does he have any cleaner cloth on him?
The rest of his clothing is actually he's the best. He got it out of this the best, given that it seems like he fainted when he was attacked, so he didn't actually get roughed up more than just that major shoulder bite. The rest of him is pretty intact, clothing and all.
Okay. Well, I am going to basically extend my wings out in display and say, "Hello, I am a healer. I'm going to heal you now. Please don't scream." And then I am going to try to suck the blood out of the wound. Anything kind of within the shoulder area, just to get most of the infection out if I can, and then immediately begin patching it.
Okay, yeah, with that medicine check and with you being what you are, I'm just gonna allow that. We're gonna roll a con mod. Wow! Okay, natural 20. Yeah, he, like, just sort of, like, grits his teeth and lets it happen.
Okay.
Damn, I was actually expecting him to cry like a bitch.
Now we're all disappointed.
I know, right? He grits his teeth, he bears it, and when you patch it up, he just goes, "Thank you. Those things... They turned on us so quickly, we never saw it coming."
What exactly are they?
I mean, they were my hunting dogs. Are they...
They're dead. Yes.
Well, emphasis on
Well,
were.
yes. Where were they the last time you saw them? Have they left your side at all?
No, we entered this room after walking a long, dark corridor, and when we entered here, they just began to shake violently, and the next thing we knew, they were just decaying, as if they had been buried for days. And then they just attacked us. And he turns and looks at, like, his comrades and kind of, like, winces and, like, turns his head as he, like, notices just the mangled mess on the ground.
Is there any sort of, like, knowledge check that we can do for that?
What do you mean specifically?
Do I know any spells that would cause that to happen? Or know of anything that would cause that to happen?
You can make an Arcana check, like a basic, like, understanding of magic. The most that you know is that it's necromancy, and necromancy has a lot of really fucked up utilities. Probably. I mean, you just saw it happen, so...
Okay, well... You can come with us for now. We're going to try to figure out what's going on. We awoke at the back of one of the tunnels as well.
Thank you. I'm in no shape to take care of myself, so it's appreciated. He tries to kind of stand up on his own feet, the shoulder sort of making him a little hesitant to move too much. He then offers his hand to you and says...
Marriage.
No!
Whoa!
Let's see here. I like this one. My name's Path Kinley. And he offers his hand as a handshake.
I shake his hand and I go, "Greetings, I am Sola."
Pleasure to meet you. You said we. Are you traveling with others?
Grandel just pokes his head out.
Does Grandel just poke his head out, or does he kind of like walk through the door frame like Tribor, like, "Hi, I have arrived"?
Pretty much. Hi, I have arrived.
Yeah!
He's obviously better than everyone, so.
Oh. I see. He also, like, walks up, kind of wincing and does the same thing, like, tries to offer his name to you.
Like, hello, I'm Grandelf.
I'm gonna message
grab
something really
grab
quick.
a finger and, like, shake it.
Yes, I love it. But I am also going to message you something really quick. Yep, wrong person.
Aww.
Don't mind. I mean, it's a fine question also. There we go. He's still going. I messaged the wrong person. He just keeps going. I met him a few minutes ago. I know of him.
That's what you get.
That's what I get for being a bad DM. It's fine. What goes around comes around. And I will say, if anyone watching or playing is starting to get tired, we are wrapping up here in a little bit.
Before I forget, may I lay my hands on myself to heal myself?
Oh my god.
I'm
That's why you
sorry.
didn't
I
leave.
have
He's busy
to,
in the back.
I have to make this joke. As a paladin, young man, are you asking permission to touch yourself?
Yes. Yes, I am.
You may.
In the name of vengeance.
In the name of Bahamut.
Oh god.
I'm just gonna expend most of my healing pool, which is 15 points, to bring myself back up to 27.
All
which is
right.
all my healing pool. But
All right. So we can say this in voice from here on then. Hucklepuff, with your permission, may I make a roll to kind of mess with your backstory a little, or would you rather just it be all you?
No, you can go for it.
Excellent. He looks at you, Grandolph, and when you introduce yourself as Grandolph, his jaw drops.
Oh god, okay.
The Grandolph?
Yes, it is I.
Do you do a little hair flip?
Yes, of course I do. I'm better than everyone. Look at my bio.
Wow.
Quote that. I need that as a clip. That needs to be Grandolph's catchphrase. That. I'm better than everyone else. Just look at my bio.
Wrote his own autobiography.
where's the clip button? Clip. Got it.
Grandolph has a self-published autobiography. Yes. That is canon now. I'm not even kidding. Add that to your item list.
Oh god.
Oh, I love it.
Oh. He actually attempts to go to shake your hand a little bit more like feverishly because he's just so in awe of you. But then he's like, no, Grandolph. He doesn't like to be. It's an honor, sir, to be rescued by compatriots of yours. I'm a huge fan.
Of course you are.
Meanwhile, let's go ahead and cut back to Bliss and Candor as you two are snaking through the halls.
Actually, we're arguing right now. Come back to us later.
Okay. Sola, how are you handling this guy kissing the ass of the old man elf?
Oh.
Because this is all happening right in front of you.
I'm gonna go walk over to this door and just kind of inspect it while this is all happening, because I have no shits to give.
Alright. Go ahead and investigate.
Okay, I think I clipped the right spot. I can't listen to it because I'm still streaming, so...
Alright. Alright. You notice the door is not locked. And as you kind of lean in to listen, you don't hear anything.
Huh. I'm going to slightly open the drawer.
Okay. You open the drawer, and
Door.
as you open the drawer, it kind of catches the rest of the door, and you just slowly open that. As you open the door, the room looks. I bet, yeah! Grandolph's new racial ability, asshole.
Oh my god.
I love it. Sola, as you open the door and you stand at the door frame, it's just a very empty room. Funny enough, how I mentioned before that the rest of the walls, even in sort of the long dungeony hallway, were very well made and not really run down. This room is a garbage. It's awful. It is not well kept. There are cracks everywhere. You're pretty sure you see a spider in the corner. Wait, is that a spider? That's too big to be a spider.
I closed the door.
You close the door.
Love it.
I love that you guys are having this side argument.
We're literally just whispering in Roll20.
Should we post it in like the main thing so they can ogle at our idiocy?
I would love if you guys did later, or even just like gave us a mini in character like rundown when everything is said and done.
So
Okay.
basically we're arguing over the cut of the treasure and just bringing up like past occurrences to try and give each other a better cut.
All right,
I'm asking for 50-50, and she's like, no. I'm like, oh, okay.
60-40.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's saying.
Yeah.
Vorton, you kind of come into the room. You see this other gentleman. He sort of like tears away from Brandolph very begrudgingly. He kind of like double takes, and like he goes over to you and says, "Another of his allies. Thank you so much for coming in just the nick of time."
I look at Grandolph in the back of the man like, you're welcome. That's what it
You
does.
don't take his hand or anything.
I gingerly take it.
All right.
Very
As those two are still having their argument, what do the three of you do in this now safe room?
There is a spider in here.
Is it a big spider?
It looked a little too big to be a spider, I'm gonna be honest.
Well, is it
Sola,
a
so
spider
to
or
kind of
not?
make that a little bit more narratively, you know how big spiders can get in Australia?
Mhm.
Like the size of like a puppy?
Yeah.
That's how big it was.
So Vorton is slightly scared of spiders.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at it.
I closed the door, so did you want to open the door, or?
No.
Well, here's the question: does Sola like tell you all there's a spider in there?
I just did.
Oh, it's hard to tell when you're in character.
Oh.
Sorry.
I'm gonna open the door to see for myself, because
You,
Grand Elf great, so.
you see a golden retriever puppy-sized spider over in the corner, over this way, just kind of standing there, menacingly.
I slightly
Damn it.
hide behind Grandolph and look in.
Why would I get a 7 when I want to kill a spider?
Fear.
It's the game.
It's fear.
It's a very intimidating spider. Like you can actually see the Zawas emitting off of its body.
Oh, that's disgusting. Is there anything else in the room?
Nah, it's just a mostly empty room with a big ass spider.
Yeah, I'm gonna nope out of that room and just close.
All right, no one's gonna deal with like the spider at all.
No, let's
I
just go
mean,
over
I
here.
tried to cast a firebolt, but I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it's a cantrip. You can consistently keep casting it as much as you want. You're not in combat.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck this spider.
Oh, that was great.
You snap your fingers, nothing. You snap it again, nothing. You viciously keep snapping it, oh god! And it finally hits the spider. Or did it? No, you just saw the firebolt hit the spider. It's not moving, and the fire isn't there anymore.
That is all.
Did you close the door at least, please?
I close the door.
All right, I'm gonna make this a little more obvious because you guys are chicken shit. Roll an Arcana check. Okay, when you casted your firebolt and it didn't hit the spider, you kind of leered at the room and kind of saw like this ripple of magic that sort of like gave way to the illusion that was. The spider's not real.
Oh, is it a treasure room? Oh, I'm down for that.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. I'm the brave one.
Do you guys just immediately rush in? Like, I guess Randolph says the spider's not real.
1 second. I'm going to, do I want to do this? 1 second. Something. Duration up to 10 minutes. I'm going to detect magic.
Okay.
Just in case.
You are able to see three major magical auras. 2 of them are in this room, and the 3rd one is pretty much all around. The 2 auras that you see, the colors, kind of give you the intention that one is an illusionary magic, and one is a sort of a conjuration magic. It's one that you're kind of familiar with from your studies. It's basically what some people would use as a safe room.
A safe room, you say?
Mm-hmm. And it's
Where
also
the aura's at?
the aura kind of like is all around in the room. And are you officially stepping inside the room?
Yes, I am officially stepping in.
As you step inside the room, the illusion just falls away from you, and inside you see a well-furnished fireplace, little inside of like a cabin cottage area.
Oh, cool. I'd like to search the area
That is very nice.
for anything of value.
I immediately start looting the room.
You
I mean,
watch Grandolph the Almighty walk in and says, "Well, the old man's brave enough."
Well, as soon as I know that it's not a spider, yes.
The old man and the kid are brave enough, I'll follow.
All right. Your new ally, Path also follows you. He walks inside with you, and he marvels at this magic, and he's just like, Grandolph, I didn't even see you cast the spell to make this.
Oh god. I'm just probably horrible at line. Yeah, I'm horrible at line. I don't know what to say.
Do you just not respond to him?
Yeah, I just ignore him.
But that's good. That means you don't have to roll a deception check. How can you deceive someone if you're not denying their claims?
Exactly.
As the both of you enter Sola, you notice that there is just walls lined with books. There is a nice fireplace. There is like a cabinet which looks like it either stores food or drink. You also notice this as well, Vorten, as you walk in, and for the first time since you guys woke up, this actually feels normal and safe. There is literally this air of nothing can harm you here.
Okay.
Well, that's spoopy. I'm always in danger. Anyways, I'll look through the books.
I just need somebody to make an alternate meme of your character on the bus where Ralph is. It's like, haha, I'm in danger. All right, you begin looking through the books. A lot of them you can't. Well, what languages do you know?
I know Common.
Uh-huh.
I know Celestial and Elvish.
There is a handful of books that are written in Elvish that you can understand, and they are actually a handful of history books, different spell books, different cooking ingredient books. You can't read too many of the other ones. Some of them are in Draconic, some of them are in.
Ooh, you said Draconic.
But are you checking the books though?
No.
No, that's right. Unless Sola says something, which I mean, Sola, you'd be smart enough to know what Dragonborn can. So you can.
Can he read though?
Can he read though?
Night. Probably. I don't know.
do you want to leave it to the D20 collective and see what you get on?
Yes.
All right.
Do it.
Highs, you can read. Lows, you can.
Okay.
He can read.
Damn.
Oh,
I know.
Did you roll to see if he was blind earlier?
Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Hey, listen. As time goes on, being blind is still something I can do permanently to him. Don't worry.
I am the spider now.
So Vorten does go into the room to sit down on one of the somewhere.
Somewhere.
You actually kind of like look at some of the different chairs, and as you're like trying to think, one chair actually just kind of moves and comfortably sits you down on it.
Oh, that's wrong.
Oh, that's nice.
Can I just... Do I have detect magic? Let me check this.
Yeah, you have detect magic.
Can I detect magic on the chair?
Vorta. Yes, you can.
Or no, can I detect good and evil and good actually on the room?
Yes,
itself?
you can.
Cool. Oh, well that didn't work.
No, that's fine. That's actually what you're supposed to hit.
Oh, cool.
If you look outside the door, evil! As you're inside the room, I mean, it's not good. It's neutral. Like, it's not gonna kill you.
Does he see any celestials?
Aha! Thank you for pointing that out. Yes, you actually you do see a very heavenly-esque aura kind of illuminating off of Sola.
Oh. I stare.
Because that's not creepy. Go ahead.
I'm gonna take the spell books or whatever that's listed there.
Uh-huh.
And you said what, the other one was an ingredients book?
Yeah, like a cookbook.
Oh. Well, I don't want to cook. People can cook for me. Is there anything in, like, infernal or anything bad?
Make an investigation check. There is one.
I will...
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, no.
Alright. You don't notice it at first, and then you kind of catch it in the back, like the corner of your eye. It's a very simple, black-covered book with a black, like, lining on the shoulder of it. When you pull it out, it's just got like this red velvet, very interesting feel on the cover and the. It's a pretty hefty book, actually. As you open it, you do read it as infernal, and more specifically, it is a detailed map and note of all hell.
Of hell?
Hellza.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna take that.
Okay. So you pick up the book. Do you try walking out of the room?
No, I'm going to continue looting the room, but that was ominous.
No, I'm just double checking like, if you're just. No, I'm asking like, are you just taking the book and running? That's more what I meant.
Why? I'm not stealing from anybody. There's nobody here.
I mean, someone had to cast the spell.
Well, they can talk to me about it.
Let me get. You're the person when you played The Walking Dead. When everybody found the car, you told Clementine to take the food and the coat, didn't you?
No. Because I watched ahead and knew what it did.
Wow. But would you, if you didn't know?
I mean, she already proved it right here now in D&D!
They'll figure it out.
As I Bliss and Candor had finally stopped arguing, at least.
Momentarily.
Do you want to give us the rundown of like what some of like the banter was, please?
Oh God, yes. I gotta scroll up. While.
It's some pretty good banter.
That I want to hear it for sure.
I copied it to a Google Doc. I'm just
yeah.
I'm gonna post it in the thing.
I dare Luna to draw a mini comic of this argument.
It's a pretty good argument.
It is pretty great.
Get a shareable link. Yes, please.
That would be nice.
And there it is in all its glory.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
It's great.
So yeah, basically, the gist of it is, I was trying to get a higher cut because I found the map, and then it just evolved into us bringing up past events that had have nothing to do with the current situation
Mhm.
for me to try and get a better cut. Whilst Kandor was trying to argue for 50-50 like we usually do.
Yep. And it ended on Bliss saying, I hate you, which is normal.
Completely normal.
Completely normal.
It's a proper one of those friendships where you tell each other to fuck off, and if anybody else told either of you to, you'd stab them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, friendship. Now that your arguing has come to a halt, do you choose to do anything?
I was peeking through the door to see what was through it.
As you peek through the door, that is busted down, kind of the same as what you've been seeing: claw marks, blood, death. No survivors.
Usual.
Cool beans! Onward!
Onward. All right. Are either of you gonna check the next door?
Yes, we checked the door.
All right. Roll either perception to peek through the keyhole or investigation to see if it's locked. Man, you can't see shit. This
I
keyhole
did not
is
the
janky.
percept the good.
You did not percept the good.
Yeah.
I'll walk over and be like, okay, wait, let me try, because you probably like hit your eye on the doorknob. Yep. You both
You both hit your die on the doorknob. You now
Our
both
die.
have black eyes.
This is fine.
To which I glare and say, fuck you, and then open the door.
As you open the door, what you see is a room full of corpses, but the same bodies as the clawed monster you two just took down. And then sort of like the center middle here is a man mostly intact, but tattered, beaten, bloodied, and wearing a once pretty decent looking set of robe.
He's still alive?
You can go check.
Let's go check.
I don't care. Moving on.
No, I want to just quickly like feel around his body to see if he has anything on him.
Yeah, just go fill him up.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Roll sleight of hand.
you know I'm not good at that. 11.
You find, as you dig into his pockets, it's odd. It's a glass key, and as you kind of twiddle with the key in your hand, it actually... Roll investigation. Oh, no. Roll an arcana.
Oh, I accidentally clicked that.
No, that's fine. That works perfectly.
Wah.
As you sort of, like, peek a little further into the key, the glass reflects different land masses as you kind of twiddle the key in your hand. You spin it a little, and then you see, like, an open plain. Spin a little more, and you see... Waterdeep? The city of Waterdeep. And you spin it more, and now that's Silvery Moon, which is better than Waterdeep, because Waterdeep is racist.
I'm just gonna stick that in my pocket.
Alright, and Bliss, are you going to check the next door?
I check the door.
Are you going to peek through the keyhole, or see if it's locked?
I do the perception.
All right. You actually do a very good job of peeking through the door.
I
and
do
you
it.
see this. Oh, hold on. That's not hidden the way I wanted it. 1 second. There we go. You see
Ooh.
this.
Ooh.
Ah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The boss encounter.
You
Ah,
see
yes.
this armor, this literal just suit of armor with bright red flames emitting inside of it, kind of like forming different appendages. Pretty much Thanos sitting on a makeshift throne of just melted metal as two actual hellhounds just kind of sit at his feet, napping.
I see. I turn to Candor and I go, yeah, we got another problem. This one seems more, significant?
Oh?
Indeed, and I move out of the way so he can peek through the keyhole.
I will also peek through the keyhole.
You may roll a perception.
18.
Yeah, you see this thing.
And I'm just gonna like step away before I say anything. I'm like, I see. Well, you could go invisible and sneak around him,
Or,
but maybe
or
we should get the other people.
I was gonna say, the dragon guy would make a really good distraction.
You know, you have a good point.
Yeah.
See, we should get them, and we just won't tell them that there's treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll tell him that the hellhounds are like more of those gross dogs.
You know, let's do it.
Deal. Okay, and we're gonna head back to try and find.
I will only go along with your plan if we split it 50-50.
Listen, bitch, we already covered this.
I'm just making sure.
We'll figure it out later.
I'm expecting the end of this story to end a la Pirates of the Caribbean, where either Candor or Bliss gets eaten by a kraken. I'm calling it now.
Wow. That's just rude.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst way to go.
No.
I mean, you know, not as bad as Johnny Depp's career. Hi-oh!
Hello.
Ooh, damn.
You mean Captain Jack Sparrow because that's the only role he played.
I'm Johnny Depp. I can talk through my teeth. You guys are still in the room. Randolph, no!
I am the
Randolph just
spider.
phased through the wall.
You can't ascend to that high of power.
So
He just needs a few more followers, and then...
Before you guys arrive into the hall and everything, I'm gonna say Sola, Vorton, and Grandolph. What are you guys doing in the meantime while they were kind of figuring that all out?
Looting the absolute shit out of this room. What's in it?
All right,
Yep.
so there
I'm
are spell books,
relaxing.
cookbooks, history books.
I have taken all of the spell books. I have left the cookbook because fuck the cookbook.
like
Taken the
history
infernal
books.
thing. I am not carrying your fucking history books, you piece of shit. What else is
I like history books. I want history.
There is, I mean, if we want to be realistic, that furniture can probably sell for pretty decent price.
I ain't carrying no couch.
Are there any, like, small decorative painting? Like, what are we talking about?
There is actually one painting.
Nice
It's
rug.
not really small. It's actually just above the fireplace, and it is of a humanoid-looking man with pointed ears, and he has actually just a very nice like handlebar mustache. Sort of like that haircut where it's like the only way I can think of it is like how do I explain it? You remember Vinny from Atlantis? The explosive guy?
Yes.
Yes, yep.
That hairstyle and a handlebar mustache.
And is it like
Oh, and
a
he is
cloth
wearing
painting, or is it like a painting like on a canvas?
Which one would be more expensive, technically?
You know, it depends on the artist. So
All right, I'm gonna say I will let you narrate that as much as you like, since it looks like a very expensive painting. And to add into the last part, the guy is clearly wearing some really nice sort of like purple and black robes with like a nice golden like lining with kind of where some of like the more accessory looking designs.
is he wearing any jewelry in the painting?
No, he is not.
Huh. Well, we can come back for this shit. Is there any sort of like... You said there was a thing full of food, right?
Yes, there are two like pantry shelves. One of them is full of food, and if you open up the other one, liquor.
I'm taking liquor.
Here we go.
Party.
Yeah, you're
Party
not
in the
here.
dungeon.
I'm just like,
We are having a
Getting crunked.
you're definitely the lightweight though, because you're only 4'9".
Oh yeah.
How much liquor are we talking?
Enough for all of you to get pretty gobsmacked. Not blackout drunk, but shenanigans.
Love shenanigans.
At this point, Candor and Bliss, as your other acquaintances are stealing stuff from the... is Vorton stealing? Is Vorton trying to stop this?
He's chilling on a
Orton
couch.
is chilling on the couch and has decided that for the greater good he shall not be involved, for if he tried to, it would cause tension in the group that is unneeded right now. For they need to work together to get out, and if that means letting a little bit of looting happen, he will let that happen, but not without making faces of displeasure at them.
I mean, we're not looting. We are using our environment to our advantage.
Oh my god.
Everyone be afraid. This paladin can actually think of the greater good and mean it. He can actually delegate. This is terrifying. He's not just, I don't like that, smite! At that point, Candor and Bliss, you guys continue walking down the hall where the other idiots are, and you walk into this room full of more dead bodies, and you see this door open, and if you walk up to the door frame, you just see the empty room with the big-ass spider in it.
I am the spider.
It just ate us. Fucking ate the dragon more than one
what's funny
bite.
enough is that the rest of you in the room see them kind of eyeballing the room from a distance.
I look at the giant spider. What do I have for spells?
I am the spider.
I don't know if you want to be the spider in just a second.
I close the door.
Suddenly, Bliss, as you ponder what your next maneuver is, the door just slams shut in front of you.
Wonder. No, hideous laughter doesn't damage.
But
That would be funny, though.
It does give positions away.
Huh. Oh, I should have cast it on the armor! What am I doing?
I heard that from
Not-
upstairs.
I
I
know.
scream that. I actually scream that
I heard.
out loud.
Your voice echoes down the halls, and as you kind of hear how loud your voice echoes, you just hear...
I'm gonna punch her in the shoulder. Like, just
I
enough
go,
to hurt, but
oop.
not enough to, like, actually, like, hurt her. Just enough that it's painful.
Yeah, comedic slaps.
Yeah.
I just go oops. And where is the sound coming from?
You don't know.
What?
I'm just glaring.
You don't know. You can't tell.
Oh. That's uncomfortable. I go, so, how scared are you of spiders? English?
How scared spiders are you?
I'm not. It's just a spider.
Cool beans, and I pull him into the closet with the spider.
I pull my
Alright.
cat before
Oops.
the cat gets left.
Suddenly, you guys see Bliss and Candor just sort of push the door open as the great, wise, and powerful Grandolph shut the door, kind of clapped his hands together. Well, that's the end of that. Not thinking to lock or prop anything on it. Bliss and Candor, you both just walk into the room. The illusion drops, and you see Sola holding a crap ton of books, Grandolph holding liquor and food, and Vorton sitting on a couch like a very disappointed father.
I squint and I like do that point thing where I'm processing, and then I go, "Oh hi."
Hi.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
This is the room.
Oh god.
And now that we're together, that's probably where we should call
Tearing
it.
me apart, Solia.
There is one more thing I want to do to wrap it up, but we are going to end it here in a sec. As you're all together, the key in your pocket, Candor, begins to glow.
I'll take it out and look at it.
if you kind of move the key around, especially towards the door, the glow kind of like gets a little bit brighter or a little bit more focused.
It's a portal.
Can we Arcana check that? Can we? She brought it out of her pocket, right?
Yeah, you
But
guys could totally
I'm a guy.
Arcana check that.
It's candor, thank you. Like he's not gonna let you touch the key. You can just look at it.
Oh God.
Wow. Anyone who got over a 15, obviously you can't like from your distance you can't like confirm it, but you're like, oh, that key clearly does something magical with the door. Vorton, you're like, that key.
Thumbs up. I did it.
That key, you kind of like made the connection of, oh, that key might, like, you just kind of have a hypothesis of, oh, that key might actually lock everyone else out of the door. Candor, you kind of think, oh, that key might lock everything else out of this room. Bliss,
It's a key.
you're just like, that's the most trifling ass, gaudy ass key.
And now she wants it.
It's shiny.
She kind of wants.
So yeah.
Now, I'm just gonna like walk up to the door, put the key in it, and lock it. Then like take my like dragon scale necklace off and put it on the necklace, and then put it back on. And I'm like, we're just staying here for right now. Things are happening outside.
I point to Candor in agreement, and I notice that there's alcohol. And I take some alcohol.
Get away from alcohol.
Yeah, I took a shit ton of it already.
As you
bag.
guys begin to rustle with that, Candor, after you say we're staying in the room, you all hear, oh goody, I do like company. It's been quite a while since I've been stuck here.
No!
And
I don't know what it is, but I
and that is where we're gonna end the session tonight.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well. Watch your buttholes, people.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, that was the first session of the Far Flung campaign.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Yep. I had fun. I hope you guys did too.
That was really fun.
Yeah, it was good so
Oh,
far.
definitely.
I've been told to ask you about Ruffles the Mad.
It is the other person, Shidaku's character. Damn it, Shad, just because I made an eccentric elf does not mean it's Ruffles, for fuck's sake. Every eccentric elf is somehow Ruffles with him. He is a very over-the-top eccentric elf character who talks in a very funny voice.
Okay.
How far did you flung it? Oh, I don't know. You guys haven't discovered that part yet.
Oh god,
good.
no.
I mean, part of me kind of thinks, you know what, context clues, I'm pretty sure Bree has already figured it out.
We'll never know.
World may never know.
I honestly have no idea. So,
Oh, good! Then I've done a better job tonight than I thought.
well, I mean, just because I've played D&D in these settings doesn't mean I know much about them.
I'm very used to my players, like, calling what I'm doing, still playing along with it, and being like, no, you guys, I tried really hard. It was super spooky and mysterious. To proceed
God.
how far we've been flung.
Amazing. Look at all those nat 20s.
Man, seriously, like, I love that, like, by the end of it
I
is
still
when
don't know.
everyone started getting rolled.
When they
nat
don't
20.
matter.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When it doesn't matter, we all get 20s. That's how it works.
Oh my gosh. Well, it has been fun, and I need to hop off because it's almost 2 a.m. and I'm fucking hungry.
Jesus.
Food.
Get you some food and good night,
Yeah.
and thank you for playing.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you
of
for...
course. It's been
Catch you later.
I
Goodbye,
very much enjoyed
everybody.
this game.
Yay,
Goodbye,
thank
everybody.
you.
Thanks for tuning
Bye.
in. We'll see you next
Bye.
week.
Bye.
Yes, see you all next week.
9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Same channel, same place, same people. You know the drill.
Yep, and it's 10 p.m. Central
And
Time.
11,
Yeah,
and
for the
11
two of
p.m.
us
Eastern
that
Time.
are not in Canada.
in the land of the Eagles and Burgers.
Hey, to be fair, Central Time is also in Canada. Come on.
Yeah, but you guys don't live in Central Time.
I said for those of us in Central Time. I didn't say in the U.S. Central Time.
I mean, I implied America.
Yeah.
As a filthy American, I implied that Central Time only exists in the America.
Yes.
You Canadians stole our Central Time. Well, I hope everyone who's been watching the stream had a good time. I loved having you guys as players. That was a fucking cavalcade of ridiculousness, and I'm thoroughly here for it.
Oh god, I ate the dragon.
Oh.
I am Vorton now. Because my name doesn't show up for some reason.
Randolph the Unsatiable!
Oh no.
Once again, you can find my stuff on Basil Not the Arab on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. This was kind of my substitute for streaming because I'm tired and I want to play League of Legends and Judgment. Tomorrow we will be streaming games and shenanigans, and then I'll start working on video.
Cool. You don't mind if I upload this to my channel, do you?
Oh, by all means, I would be happy if you did so.
I will be linking everyone and all that shit in the description, so.
Cool.
Good night, everybody!
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.